righty, thank you so much for keeping faith with us. This is Channel One Television and you're watching Breakfast Daily. It's time to get into the news review segment where we get to have a conversation around some topical issues. We get the right guest in studio and put some relevant questions to them. They bring their perspectives and make their submissions on these matters. We invite you to join us also with your thoughts, your comments and contributions. Because the show is an interactive one, we'd like to hear from you. Send us a text via WhatsApp. The number is on your screens. Alternatively, you can join us on Facebook and on YouTube where we're streaming live. We have some interesting posts for you on Instagram as well as on X. And we've reserved some exclusive videos just for your viewing pleasure on TikTok as well. So please do well to follow, to like, to subscribe, to share, and all the things that you do on social media. Do some for us, Channel One TV. We'll be very, very grateful. Let me say good morning to Michael Kosidede. He's an engineer and he's always generous enough to join us on the show. Engineer, it's always good to have you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Welcome, welcome. The Black Stars is playing tonight.
You know, I'm not too much into football. And funnily, I mean, even for the Black Stars, I gave up a few years ago because my close observation is that people are simply using the Black Stars for business. So, and I didn't want to spend my emotional energies on it. So I've taken a quiet seat when it comes to football.
Right.
If they win, good, but I don't invest too much emotions into
the
it.
Black Stars. Very well. All right. So yesterday, news came in that the United States of America, a court in the United States of America, has approved a permanent residency for a former finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta. But that is an immigration issue. An extradition court is expected to hear that case on Ghana's request for extradition. Okay. Will this have any bearing on that case?
Well, my understanding is that giving you permanent residence doesn't give you a citizenship, if I'm right. Yeah. And if that is it, then his citizenship still is that of a Ghanaian. And therefore, if the court does rule and says, yes, the request to bring him to Ghana is good, then I guess the U.S. would respect that. I believe the U.S. would respect that. I just hope that this whole thing can be expedited so that we can see an end to all of it. And as to whether there's really a case against him or otherwise, then the people of Ghana will put this to rest eventually. Because I think that we are making too much noise about it when the substance itself hasn't begun. Yes. I mean, what are the charges against him? Like his lawyers rightly said, what are the charges against him? So I think that the government should, and the Office of the Special Prosecutor plus the Attorney General must look at this issue and bring it to a close as quickly as possible so that we can move on with other urgent issues of development within Ghana.
The ministry he headed, the finance ministry, is still here in Ghana. The people he worked with are still here. The company or whatever he contracted to do the revenue assurance, still here. So can we go ahead with the case minus the individual? I mean, Sedina Ationu was tried or convicted in absentia. Can we go ahead and do the same?
I'm not a lawyer, but I think it is possible. So that is why I think that our politicians have elevated this into public discourse and unnecessary point scoring rather than deal with the substance. Like his lawyer has consistently, what are the charges against Ken Ofori-Atta? No one has told us. So we need him to answer questions. If he can't answer, if he's not available to answer those questions, can we still go ahead with trial? So let's go ahead and seek justice for the people of Ghana if truly we believe that money has been wrongly spent or taken from the public purse. But to continue to elevate this into regular political discourse and all that, I don't think is helpful. And it for me tells me about the insincerity of our politicians in all of these issues.
In all this, there's another gentleman that nobody has really raised issue. I'm trying to recall his name, but he's one of the, if like, suspects in this matter. And he's also been out of the jurisdiction ever since the OSP raised eyebrows regarding this matter?
I can't remember who the person is, but if I get you right, again, it simply emphasizes the politicization of the issue rather than the substance. Because that gentleman may not, if I get it right, may not even be a politician. He wasn't a government-appointed person.
No.
So again, why is he not being mentioned also, if he's really involved in the matter? So I think that, again, let's look at the substance and deal with it rather than continue to play politics with it and hope that it would find, it will inure to the benefit of a political party rather than the people of Ghana.
On his part, as an individual, he's raised issues with, if you like, what he alleges will not be a fair trial, especially regarding how he feels the OSP has treated the matter so far. He, at a point through his lawyers, had even offered to do a virtual, if you like, interrogation with the OSP. This was denied. They said they wanted him in person. But for him, having served a country, having served a people, do you think it will inure to his benefit to just come and, of course, face accountability?
Well, I don't think it is for him to determine how the OSP should do his job. The OSP says, I want you present physically. If there's good reason why you cannot be here, fine. But you cannot then determine how the OSP should do his job. I don't think that is proper. Because how many ordinary Ghanaians can determine how a government institution should do its work? So for me, that is neither here nor there. He is somebody who has served his country, like you have rightly said. And he's somebody who is constant, said he's honest, he's this, he's that. If he truly believes he's right, he should just come in and subject himself to the processes, rather than seeking to run under the cover of another country and make cast aspersions on the justice delivery system here. While he was in government, did he find anything wrong with the justice delivery system? If he didn't, so why does he think now there's a problem with the justice delivery system? So I don't think it is for him to determine how the OSP will do his job. I think it is proper that if he truly believes he's innocent, he should also offer himself, come and then face the office.
But when he believes that he will not be subjected to a fair hearing?
Yeah, but that belief is unfounded. That belief is unfounded. And that is my position, that belief of his is unfounded. He must come here and show us what proof has he offered. He hasn't offered any proof either. So clearly he has no case to say that the justice delivery system will be unfair to him. He has no basis.
The other gentleman we're looking for is Ernest Dakun Akori.
Okay.
Apparently he was Ken Ofori-Atta's former chef de cabinet. And he's also
what title is that? Chef de cabinet. Maybe our lawyer here could help us with that.
Perhaps.
With a little, is it French or Latin?
I think it's French. And he has also been out of the jurisdiction since. But there's not so much talk about him.
Yeah. Well, so the question is, has he committed any offense also? Is he in any way implicated? If he's not, then it is fair to say there's no need to bring him into the matter. But if there is, and we haven't heard anything, then we should be questioning that process as well.
Ken Ofori-Atta, together with 7 others, are alleged to have abused public office to grant SML unjustified, highly lucrative revenue assurance contracts. This has resulted in an estimated financial loss to the state of about 1.4 billion cedis. Somebody must answer. And for me, the concern is, if indeed it is established that there was a wrongdoing, then of course, somebody must answer to this.
Yeah, for me, again, in this matter, Ken Ofori-Atta's own behavior does not show someone who is an honorable person. For me, it's behavior. Because you said you were going to seek medical help. That treatment is over. If we are to believe your word, you should just come back and say, okay, here I am, let's go ahead with the process. What questions does the OSP have for me? But this pretense where he now goes and is seeking permanent residence in the US, for me, it tells of his own character, speaks to his own character. Because principles must be upheld. When we believe that we are innocent, let us come and submit to the process. But to go out there and now seek cover under another government and now say that the justice system here is unfair, it's neither here nor there. When you were in office, what did you do about that justice system that you think is being unfair to you today? Principles must be, and that is why I respect Sophia Akufu for who she is. At least where she believes things are not right, she offers and says, "Look, I'm resigning." While in office, when he went to Parliament and said, "We are an independent country, we are proud people, we will not go to IMF," talking like that. Where is his honor in all such behavior? So please, I mean, he should stop sitting out there and making excuses and come and subject himself to the process. But again, I'm saying, if the OSP is serious and believes that he has a case, he should put out the charges and begin its process. Unless he has no case. If he has no case, the OSP should also come out and say, "Look, unfortunately, if I don't have Ken Ofori-Atta, I cannot proceed with my case." He should tell us. I mean, it's as simple as that, so that we know where we stand in this matter, rather than every day putting it out there, there is this, there's that, and issues like that. But since we are told that the application for extradition is now going to be heard, let's wait and hear what the outcome is.
Very well. Let's say good morning to Hamza Suhuyini. Hamza Suhuyini is a member of the National Democratic Congress, NDC's communications team. Hamza, it's good to have you. Welcome.
Good morning, my brother, and thanks for having me. And of course, good morning to senior comrade.
Good morning, Hamza.
Ken Ofori-Atta is in the news again. So yesterday, through his lawyers, we got communication that he's been granted residency in the United States. But we want to believe it has no bearing on his extradition case, does it?
Yeah, it is not about what you want to believe. It is about the law. And that is what I'm trying to pull out.
So we can have some education.
It is not about what you want to believe. It is about the law. And you see, Nana, it is frustrating on a daily basis having to deal with questions surrounding Ken Ofori-Atta. I know as a matter of fact that even to the citizen out there, this is becoming like a repeated buzz that frustrates the fight against corruption. But we can never get tired when it comes to issues of accountability. We can never get frustrated, and we must never, when it comes to the demands of office holders or former office holders to account for their respective roles in government. And that is the only motivation some of us have as far as this particular matter is concerned. And it is that understanding that drives our continuous commentary on that subject matter. Not because the state or the citizenry of the Republic of Ghana seem to be against Ken Ofori-Atta. It is simply out of reverence for our 1992 Constitution, and most importantly, the fight against corruption. And so this context is critical in running the continuous commentary on the subject matter of Ken Ofori-Atta. It is not an indication of a position of government or the entirety of the citizenry that we are against Ken Ofori-Atta and NS Okwari. Absolutely not. It is simply reverence for our constitutional dictates and our quest for accountability as a country. Now, I can understand the deliberate distortion of facts on the part of the lawyers for Ken Ofori-Atta. And I hope that my submission today, I will succeed in more or less bringing that issue, bringing more clarity on the subject matter. Nana, first of all, you need to understand the extradition process, especially as it relates to the United States of America.
Right.
When a country like Ghana makes an extradition request, the office mandated to handle that request in the United States of America is the State Department, Secretary of State specifically. But even before it goes to the Secretary of State, it goes to an extradition court. The court looks at the content of the extradition request and makes a determination whether or not the legal requirements are met. And if the court makes a determination that the legal requirements are met, that is not the end of the matter. It does not place a legal responsibility entirely on the government of the United States of America to honor the court's ruling.
Right.
The court's responsibility simply is that, look, I have looked at the extradition request. It meets the law, and it is an extraditable offense. And you can proceed to extradite, what's the name?
The individual involved.
The individual involved. That is the position of the law. Now, the ultimate decision, whether to proceed or not, the power is vested in the hands of the Secretary of State or his appointee designated to handle it. It is a political decision. So even if today we should wake up and we are told that, look, a U.S. court has ruled that Ghana's extradition request is rooted in law.
In law.
It is not enough for you to conclude that Eken Ofori-Atta is coming home. Because there is the second leg of that decision.
So beyond the legal determination, there's a political decision.
Determination. And in reaching that determination, the Secretary of State would have to look at the law, arguments that were advanced even in the court, and also look at fundamental human rights issues connected to the matter, and then proceed to make a determination whether or not to go as the courts have ruled, or to defer that judgment to another date, or to entirely decide that, look, I'm not going to honor your extradition request. So that point needs to be made. And I think that his lawyers know this as a matter of law. The disappointment, however, is that if you remember, when he was picked up by ICE, they were quick to indicate that indeed this had nothing to do with the extradition request of Ghana.
Purely immigration issues.
It was purely an immigration issue. He was said to have broken an immigration law. He was picked up by ICE. And that is the normal process for anybody familiar with the U.S. legal system, especially when it comes to immigration. That's how it works. So his case was not peculiar in any way or form or shape. Now, he had a pending application for the grant of permanent residency at the time that he was picked up.
Right.
So he had a formidable defense. Look, I may have overstayed my visa, but I have overstayed my visa because of A, B, C, and D. And as I speak with you, I have a pending application before an immigration panel for a determination to be made as far as my current status is concerned. And that was it. It was not in any way related to Ghana's request for extradition. Interestingly, when you appear before the immigration court, that makes a determination as to whether or not they would grant you permanent residency. The extradition request is not a matter for consideration at that court, because even that court lacks the jurisdiction to entertain the issue of extradition. It is an exclusive reserve of another court in the United States of America. Same with the criminal allegations against him. No court in Ghana, as we speak, in the United States of America, as we speak today, has jurisdiction to determine the criminality or otherwise of the allegations against him, but that of Ghana. And so these two issues, the criminal allegations and the extradition, were not before the immigration court
in the U.S. Right.
So it will be disingenuous for a lawyer like Justice Minka to issue a statement, sign the statement, and sought to deceive and create the impression as though these matters were dealt with in the immigration trial. That is disingenuous. And this is not a good example when it comes to how we interpret legal principles to the citizens of this country. Ghana, and I'm going to read his letter, and you will see the dishonesty even in that letter. Listen.
Before you read it, let's say good morning and welcome to the Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover, former Member of Parliament, Tema East, former Greater Accra Regional Minister, and now a national organizer hopeful for the New Patriotic Party. Honorable, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, how are you?
Very well, thank you. It's good to have you.
Good to see you.
Very well. Hamza, please proceed.
And Nana, he says, I've got good morning to senior.
Yeah.
Because you joined us late. And he says, in the letter that was released yesterday, or the press release, It says the court heard evidence relating to actions taken by Ghana's Office of the Special Prosecutor, including the OSP's decision to declare Mr. Oforiatta a fugitive from justice at a time when he was reportedly undergoing medical treatment in the United States and while his lawyers remained in communication with investigators in Ghana. He proceeded, the court finds the criminal charges in Ghana not credible. That's a lie.
Because that was not a matter before the courts.
Why? Did we have a representation in that court?
Yeah.
Was he under prosecution in that court? So on what basis do you proceed to lie to the good people of this country? That indeed the court found that not to be credible. On the basis of what? Was the state represented there? Absolutely not. Was it meant for a criminal trial? No. And you see how he is exposed, even in the release. See, he proceeds. However, the court's ruling was made within the context of the United States immigration proceedings. And that is not all. He says the court's decision was focused on whether Mr. Oforiatta met the legal requirements for adjustment of status. Focused. That was the focus of the immigration. So on what basis have you said that they found the criminal charges not to be credible? You see, they can decide to deceive themselves. The reality is that this was not a matter before the US Immigration Court. In any case, anybody who has lived abroad and is familiar with immigration laws, when people are fishing for reasons why they want to stay in a country, they cook up all manner of stories. Either I'm being pursued by my family, especially if it is a woman, I've been asked to marry a man that I'm not interested in, amongst other reasons. When the eventual decision is made, the decision will not be made because you said that you were not solely on the basis of one. Out of the many reasons that you give. There are several factors that the immigration lawyer will take into account, or decision maker, in reaching a decision. And the fact that he takes a particular matter to account does not mean that he's given an endorsement to your position in terms of the others that he did not take into account. So let us see the letter granting permission to Ken Oforiatta to stay permanently. We need to see that letter. Because you see, the interesting thing is that if you read the content of that grant, it will tell you why they are granting him permission to stay and under which law in the United States of America. And that is where his lawyers will be exposed. But like Senior Comrade indicated, is this even a matter we should be litigating in this country? You held the post of finance minister for 7.5 good years. You jumped from radio station to radio station, went into our parliament, presented budget. Your policies led to the collapse of banks. Citizens of this country lost their livelihoods and their lives as a result of that singular policy of yours. Senior citizens of this country lost their lives because of that, your policy. Banks were merged. The state spent in excess of 20 billion Ghana cedis under the guise of cleaning up the financial sector. You are called simply to explain why certain expenditures went through under your term. You are not even being sought for the havoc you caused the good people of this country and the economy in relation to the matters that I have made references to in terms of the bank cleaning exercise. This matter
is specific to the
SML.
SML.
Is specific to the SML.
Yeah.
And you think that you are more important than the laws of this country? And all of a sudden, the country that gave you the opportunity to be finance minister for 7.5 years, the country that nurtured your businesses, the country whose democracy gave you political power to be finance minister, has suddenly become a dictatorial country simply because you have been called to account. The very colleagues you served in government with, some of them are still in this country. They are facing the institutions of this country, answering questions. None of them is behind bars as we speak.
True.
You are too bigger than the accountability institutions of this country. Is that what you are telling us? And even is the NPP admitting amongst themselves that any other former appointee of the last regime can face questions, but not Ken Ofori-Atta, for which reason they will jump from radio station to radio station and TV station to TV station defending him?
Are they doing that?
You know they do. If they were not doing that, they would have been calling on him to come and contest. And yet they accuse the NDC of political vendetta. Have you forgotten that these same NPP MPs, historic since 92, had the cause to organize press conference in Parliament calling for his removal as finance minister?
True.
Ken Ofori-Atta.
True.
So if there is a group that came after Ken Ofori-Atta first, it is actually the NPP.
The NPP.
Because they themselves realized that certain things were not going right as far as his stewardship as finance minister was concerned. And so let us eschew this level of hypocrisy. Look, this is not a trivial matter, Nana. It borders on our democratic stability. If we allow this kind of politicking to continue, where people serve the state, amass wealth, and are able to buy permanent residences in other jurisdictions, then be rest assured that a time is coming where the citizens of this country will rise up and begin to question our democracy.
Very well. Thank you.
And one day we reach that point, we may not be able to blame them because they would have lost confidence in our ability to ensure accountability.
Very well. Thank you. Let me bring in the Honorable Titus Glover on this matter of permanent residency granted to Ken Ofori-Atta and the letter from his lawyers, Minka Premu. When you read the letter, what's your takeaway from that letter? Because a cursory glance will give you an indication, and per the wording, that the court found the criminal proceedings or allegations against him not credible. What impression do you get from that letter?
Thank you very much, Nana, and good morning to my brothers in the studio. I can see how the adrenaline in Hamza really charged because he's not comfortable of the legal status of Ken Ofori-Atta now. But by and large, our friends in NDC will not stop fascinating us.
Really?
Of course. And I haven't read the letter from
Minka Premu.
Minka Premu. But when Hamza read the first paragraph, that Ken Ofori-Atta was outside the country for medical reasons, which the office of the OSP was aware, because the lawyers and the office of the special prosecutor
were
in communication. So upon what basis did you declare him a fugitive? When you are aware that the man left the jurisdiction to go and treat himself. You are aware of all these developments. Yet again, you went ahead and declared him a fugitive. What is the perception? What kind of mensura are you projecting here? But I'm not surprised, because you could see how the NDC started attacking, insulting, vilifying Ken Ofori-Atta, calling him all kinds of names. A thief, a da. When you have not even subjected the man before the law. And that is the style of the NDC. They will call you names, disgrace to you, make the public opinion to have a judgment over your head, so that they will know that yes, you are a criminal. But as a lawyer, as he is, I want to learn from him that the presumption under Article 19(2), presumption of innocence until you are proved guilty. Let him have his day in court. If indeed he has found fault of the law will deal with him.
But that is what the OSP is seeking to do.
You understand? So these names that you are calling the man and all that, the man was in abroad, he's making treatment, and yet you are demanding that he should stop whatever he's doing and come back. But hey, how can I travel? My visa is expiring. So knowing his status, if he's not able to do something about it, he became an illegal immigrant. Of course, I need to start a process. And this led to what they call it, the ICE,
detention.
Pick him up, detention, and blah, blah, blah. So you need to deal with the legal status. Now that is the news that has come to us. And I'm sure Hamza and these people are not happy. Yes, I know. They are not happy.
Why so?
Their status has changed. They are not happy. When I was standing and watching him, he said, for us, we are not saying we're against Umale.
Oh,
you're lying.
Really?
I'm telling you, the NDC, they can't tell they are not against, they are against him. But you see, whether you like it or not, it was under your supervision when these banks started collapsing. The supervision of the Bank of Ghana could not do what they are supposed to do. Under their watch, the Bank of Ghana was there. The current, what do you call it? The governor was a deputy. And all these crises within the banking sector were there. And what happened? The depositors, over 4 million deposited, we didn't lose their money. They were only transferred to other banks and get merged. They had their money. So when you talk about banks collapsing, no banks was collapsed. You merged them. Depositors never lost their money. So Hamza, I want to make it clear. Depositors never lost their money.
But people
their
lost jobs.
Of course, one or few jobs can go. This is not the first time.
Oh, no, this is not one of.
I'm saying, cool, calm down. In every measures, in every measure in acquisitions, the union's management was set. You can't absorb everybody. People will pay their monies so that they can have it their way, and it will run. So if few people had their jobs affected, it may sound a bit uncomfortable, but in every measures, the unions, the management was set, and they do the necessary, severance awards and everything, and make sure people are parted and they go their own ways. But the banks must run. The impression being created here is that people lost their money, and that is what I want to establish here. So clearly, what has happened is a purely an immigration issue that has been sorted out. If the OSP, with the support of the Attorney General, Ghana will have an agreement, a treaty with the US in terms of extraditions and all that. That is a different matter. So what happened at the immigration level, they've sorted it out.
Right.
No, Ghana government will still pursue, because I remember the Attorney General made a statement that they will still continue to explore the other avenues of other issues pending in terms of the extradition and other thing, which includes Kenneth Vrata.
Right.
If they succeed and they bring him, you have his day in court. So all this cacophony of noise all over the place, in the shadows, as if Ken has stolen Ghana money or anything, I don't get it. So please, don't divert attention. The economy that you said has improved so well. Well, inflation has dwindled to 3.2%, where the cedi and dollar are like twins. And today, you step out and the cost of living has become so dear, so expensive. Those are the issues. As you step out, okay? I'm sure a few years ago, the kind of energy tariffs we're paying were quite cheaper than what you are paying now. It's a concern that we need to address it. Your Formula 133, a major policy job creation that you said you want to give the people in this country, has fallen the ditch. Now you are running away from it. Don't divert attention. The youth of this country need jobs to do. And this is something you need to address them. You promised cocoa farmers. What has happened? When we assumed office in 2017, the world price of cocoa prices was so low. We never reduced it. We maintained as it is. But now you have caught their head. Okay?
For Ken,
cool down.
So that we don't digress.
I'm not digressing. He attacked my government, so let me deal with him. So they must stop diverting attention to deal with the issues of the state. The cocoa farmers matter that we are talking. I wonder if they have the courage in 2028, if they can go to Ahafo, they can go to Eastern region, they can go to Ashanti region and part of Central to go and campaign cocoa growing areas. These are the issues we need to talk about to let galamsey is worse than our time. So don't divert attention as if Ken Ofori-Atta has stolen money from the Bank of Ghana, and for that matter, they should go for his head to go Gata. Where is this coming from? Go and explore your extradition. When you bring him, you have his day in court. But deal with the matters of the state.
If Ken's concern was that he had to sort out his legal status in the U.S. so that whenever he comes back to Ghana, he can always travel back to the U.S. to seek his medical treatment. Now he has dealt with the immigration status. It's affirmed. He has permanent residency in the U.S. So is it time for him to come?
It's not me to tell him to come. He's an adult. If he wants to come, he can come. If he wants to come, the way they've created the orchestra, the drama, when he comes, you haul him like a Rambo style, just to disgrace him before the public. Is that what they want? He's there. Use your extradition style and go and bring him and come and do a drama. That is exactly what they wanted to do. They want to disgrace the man, defame him, call him thieves, and all kinds of things. Is that how you run a country? And you want to divert attention, deal with the problems of the state. You say you want to give Women's Bank. We're in the second year. Today is what, 17th? You spend 1 year, 5 months, 7th day in the sixth month. Where is the Women's Bank? Where is the Women's Bank that you created? And you are creating, you step out of town. He's a Namna, my good friends from the north. And I'm so proud. I'm a chief in the north, right? In Sankara, in Upper West. Go through Ejura Farms, Techima, market, Techima market, Ejura market, including his own base. Farmers have really harvested. Their wares are in market. They come by buyers. There is no money to buy. You've sterilized the economy. You've taken all monies from the pockets of the people. Therefore, people cannot spend. You have even dwindled the price of bags of rice and maize and everything from 1,000 cities, 3,350. Still, you can't get buyers. When we talk, we shouldn't talk. And you want to talk about Ken Ofori-Atta. Deal with the problems of the state and stop diverting attention.
Very well. You know, final take on this Ken Ofori-Atta matter.
No, I just think that the political class needs to be aware that Ghanaians are conscious of the drama they play with us all the time. Anytime any of our political parties is in opposition, it sounds very brilliant. But immediately it gets into government, everything changes. And so we as Ghanaians have seen the inconsistency from the political class. What they don't realize is that Ghanaians are moving away from them. Gradually, and I keep saying it, that as Ghanaians, we need to hold the political class accountable. Ken Ofori-Atta cannot become a finance minister when they say come and account, then you are seeking shelter in another country. It is irresponsible. It is irresponsible. Look, again, when they talk about harassment, we've seen it from both sides. When Chachu Chikata, but the man has stayed in this country all this time. Church service, they'll go and arrest him. We've seen all those things. So let us be sincere with the people of Ghana, because we've seen all this before. So if it is the 10, assuming it is even the 10 of Ken Ofori-Atta to be harassed, let it be. But I think that when people are in office, they must know that the day of accountability will come.
Definitely.
And if they are genuine and sincere to themselves, they must present themselves to face the law and be dealt with. You don't go and sit in America and tell us that the justice system is going to harass you. That is neither here nor there.
Right. Hamza, what options are available to the OSP in this matter?
Even before I respond to that question, I think permit me to point out obvious inconsistencies and inaccurate peddling of information by Senior Titus Glover. First of all, even in his presentation around this table this morning, it should be clear to all of us and to our viewers that the New Patriotic Party is not a party committed to issues of accountability.
Oh, how so?
You have heard his rendition on this matter. We all heard him. For him, the issue of accountability is a back burner. There is no even direct reference or indirect reference to how important accountability should be and how it is actually the bedrock of our democratic stability and policy. You heard him. Talk about 24-hour economy. Talk about Women's Development Bank. For him, that is the only thing that matters to the good people of this country. Little wonder they did the things they did in the last 8 years. But no true Democrat actually concerned about development will close an eye and seek to belittle the relevance of the fight against corruption, even in delivering government's own manifesto promises. Because you don't deliver manifesto promises in the comfort of your room. You do so with resources. And the sustainability of government intervention revolves around your ability to ensure accountability, even in implementation. But you heard him. It is not just his position. That is the mirror position of the New Patriotic Party. Again, he says that the NDC is engaged in diversionary tactics. Was it the NDC that released that statement yesterday, informing the entirety of this nation that indeed Ken Ofori-Atta had been granted permanent residency? So what informed his biased conclusion this morning that indeed the NDC is engaged in diversionary politics? Where from that? Let us not do this to our country. Again, I listened to him make reference to the fact that no bank was collapsed, they were merged. Senior Titus, it is important for you to go and read your own Bank of Ghana report that you authored. It tells you that 6 banks were collapsed. Only 3 were merged. Your own report. There's a difference between collapse and merger. And I'm telling you on authority, a document you authored, that you agreed that some banks were collapsed. And out of the 33, the collapse led to about 23 banks. So you are being disingenuous to the facts. Or maybe for politics of convenience, you failed to read the very document your government authored after the cleanup exercise. Now, and this is very important. Oh, small job losses. You see the orientation of the New Patriotic Party for 8 years. Even in opposition, they still do not appreciate the danger of our unemployment situation. They do not understand that even government must not entertain a single Ghanaian losing his job for no apparent reason when you can save the person. He doesn't know that. He still doesn't appreciate that, even in opposition. I Watch Africa, when they did their investigative report on the number of job losses as a result of the banking sector cleanup exercise, it was in excess of 6,000 people lost their jobs. You interviewed some of them. They converted and became taxi drivers. 6,000 people. His own Minister of Employment put the figures at around 3,000 people. Are these figures that a country like Ghana, that is already dealing with unemployment situation, should be happy about and call small? That cannot be small. And oh yes, he says that, in 2017 and 2015, even when prices were down at the international market for cocoa, they were able to sustain the increment, the pricing of cocoa food farmers. And now, and our excuse is that prices internationally have come down, so we are cutting cocoa prices. Of course you can. And why were you able to do so in 2017? Because of the kind of economy we handed over to you. We did not hand over an economy that was declared by our international credit rating agencies as junk. We did not hand over an economy that had declared to the entirety of the world that that economy was not in a position to pay its debts. For which reason we were rolling out a domestic debt exchange program. We did not hand over an economy where Cocoa Board had said that they were unable to pay their cocoa bond holders. their fees. We did not hand over an economy where Cocoa Board failed to raise a syndicated loan. We handed over a working economy to you. You handed over a collapsed economy. And do you expect John Dramani Mahama or the NDC government, after the havoc you caused the good people of this country, to dip into his pocket to run the activities of Cocoa Board? So when we are dealing with the effects of your incompetence, reckless and corruption-driven policies, the most humble thing to do is to give us the space to operate. Yes, we made promises to the cocoa farmer. We made promises in terms of jobs and in relation to even the Women Development Bank. And these are promises we are committed. We are just in power for 1 year, 5 months. We have a 4-year mandate. And thankfully, we have used almost a year to clear your mess and position the country once again to be attractive both domestically and internationally. And now the preoccupation is to move to the next phase of governance. And that is growth.
Very well.
And it is that growth that will throw out, eventually, that 24-hour economy you are talking about. The Women Development Bank, the seed capital has already been provided. And hopefully by the end of this year, you would see it in action because we have a 4-year mandate.
Right.
And so when we are doing our politics, we must be fair to the facts. As for Ken Ofori-Atta, and I'm going to conclude on that point.
Right.
You see, Ken, like I said, the NDC is not against him. The NDC and the people of this country have issues with the New Patriotic Party as a body corporate. And we feel that you subjected to this country to all manner of dissipation as far as its meager resources are concerned. And our constitution empowers us to ensure that you come and account. If Ken Ofori-Atta believes, like Senator Tatu seeks to create, the impression he seeks to create this morning, that indeed his interventions, his policies save this country, what prevents him from coming home to tell us so? He should come and explain to us. Maybe we simply don't understand certain issues. Nothing prevents him from coming to explain. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Why? It's my big brother Hanan, the former chief executive officer of Buffer Stock.
Yeah.
Not before our law course.
Yes.
Today, answering for questions. Or it's because his pockets are not deep enough to be able to buy citizenship or permanent residency in another country. Is that the case? Is he not a member of the New Patriotic Party? So why is he here answering for charges against him? Why is my own big brother Mustafa Hamid in this country, facing charges against him? Why is Chairman Wuntumi, the regional chairman of the New Patriotic Party, here facing accountability issues? You think that these people do not have what it takes to buy permanent residencies in another country, jurisdiction? And this lame excuse of hiding under sickness must be discarded with immediately.
Really?
Is this not the same Ken Ofori-Atta who told us that he was not ready to resign even after they made press conferences and called on him to resign on the basis of even his health? And he told us that he was not ready to leave his children. So today, all of a sudden, now that he's even more active.
Oh, is he?
Oh. You know that when his sickness first broke in power, when you saw him, and you compare the pictures to now, marked improvement.
Based on the treatment he's been receiving.
Even before he left for the United States of America, the man left with a premeditated intention that he was going to avoid accountability and fight a proxy war with Ghana. It was clear. And we all know what a proxy war is. Oh, my lawyers are there, they should answer to you. I don't need to come. That was that was the motive. That was the reason why he left this country.
Do we need him in person?
We do. Because that is what our law says. Though the law makes room for you to try him in absentia. And the OSP has indicated on a number of occasions that indeed it is on the track of doing so. But even after you secure a conviction, you need the body of the person for sentencing to be carried out.
Very well.
And you do not wait until after you secure a conviction that you start looking for him. So what Ghana is doing is clearly in tandem with the law.
Right.
And if the MPP is uncomfortable with it, it is simply because this is a party that defines accountability only when it affects another party, not them.
Right. Very well. Hamza, thank you. I'll come to Honorable Titus, but I need to take a quick break here. I've seen your messages. We'll read them after the break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Every day, we make choices. Some big, some small.
What would you be doing today?
I want this or...
Every day, we make choices. And sometimes, choices that shape our hearts.
Hi.
Whether it's a long-term or short-term decision, the Lydia Ranger gives you the power to truly decide. With Lydia, you truly decide.
Verna is clean, fresh and safe. I'm holding my Verna bottle. No plastic seal, no worries. Open and hear the sound like that sound means it's fresh, no trick, no plastic seal, but it's still pure. Cool and clean, you can be sure. Verna leads the brighter way. What takes my doubt away? If it clicks, it's Verna. If it clicks, it's clean. Sip it, feel the difference. Verna water, pure and green. Click, open, sip. Click, open, sip. Chalet Verna, no stress, just sip. Stress, just sip.
This advert is FDA approved.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kale Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, a who be here, some make us a papadia to a mammy man for. Kale Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is so buying, a man is swing, and a sansu mama hotel so a will beg you.
Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kale Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80-gram and 150-gram. Grab yours today.
Kale, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Numerous cases of people falling asleep have been reported across the African continent. No one can explain this phenomenon.
With 24/7 FIFA World Cup coverage, sleep can wait. Everything can wait.
Catch all 104 matches from as little as 58 Ghana cedis only on DSTV.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. I'll take a few of your messages and then I go to the Honorable Titus Glover for his final submission on this Ken Ofori-Atta issue. Good morning. I am Okai from Bantama in the Senate West District. Justice is not about political headlines, media trials, or public humiliation. It is about evidence, fairness, due process, and strict respect for the rule of law. If the authorities genuinely believe they have a strong case against the Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta, then they should demonstrate confidence in the courts and allow the legal process to run its full course without prejudice, pressure, or political theatrics. The presumption of innocence remains a fundamental pillar of justice and must apply to every Ghanaian, regardless of political affiliation or position. That is what strengthens our democracy and ensures that accountability is pursued in a fair and credible manner. This one says, hi. So Ken Ofori-Atta is running away from accountability, hence getting a permanent residency in the USA. It means the NPP elements can't be trusted to take over the leadership in ruling this country again because they will embezzle hard-earned taxpayers' cash and run away from accountability to the detriment of majority of suffering Ghanaians. Away with NPP anytime and any day. Papa Bisu, Spintex, Accra, sent that one in. Good morning to you and your panel. My name is Sam from Cape Coast South. The state should go ahead to prosecute Ken Ofori-Atta, and when he is convicted, they can use the conviction to extradite him to Ghana. For now, everything is allegations which are yet to be proven. All the best to the Black Stars, okay? Good morning, I am Eben from Kwabinya. So soon, Kenneth Ofori-Atta has forgotten he used to quote Bible verses when reading budgets for the nation. Why not come to your own country to answer questions? Time will tell. Greetings to Honorable Julius Deborah, Chief of Staff, Honorable Peter Kwesi. Okay. Good morning, Nana. This government makes too much noise. What were the charges against Ken Ofori-Atta? Ghanaians are even confused on the matter. This is Haj Ahmed from Nima. Nana, the bank started collapsing under the NDC. What did they do about it? They should give us a break. Good morning. It is becoming more shocking and embarrassing to hear the unfolding stories surrounding the former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta, the OSP, and the Attorney General. The noise, accusations, and political propaganda that surrounded this matter during the NDC's campaign have left many Ghanaians questioning whether the whole process was built on truth or just a strategy to gain political advantage. Government should not waste our ears on Ken Ofori-Atta's extradition, but rather concentrate on solving challenges confronting Ghanaians. Transport fares, rent, school fees, and many others are unbearable now. Fix it. This is Swala from La Paz. Keep your messages coming in. We'll do our best to read them. Honorable Titus Glover, final submissions on Ken Ofori-Atta.
Nana?
Yes, sir.
I'll be the first or the last person to say that anybody who has held office must not account for his stewardship. I was privileged to serve as a Deputy Minister of State. I was again privileged to serve as CEO, first as a Deputy CEO, then as a substantive CEO of VAGO, then recently as a Regional Minister. Anytime I'm invited by the state to account for my stewardship, I will account for it. And I'm not shielding Ken Ofori-Atta not to come and account for the work that he has done. The discourse has been the immigration status that has changed. And again, there's an extradition process. And if it succeeds, he'll be brought back to come and face the law. So where is Amza saying that myself and MPP have not said anything to support the fact that he should not come and account for? So please listen to me well. I haven't said that. So long as he has served as a Minister of State, it is his duty to come. And you have started the process to bring him here. So let's pray. If you succeed and you bring him here, hallelujah. But anybody who has been given office to run at the end of the day, anytime you are called upon to account, it is your duty to come.
Is the party minded to?
No, please. It is not a duty
to urge him to come.
It is not. If he's been talked to come, who will know? If he has been appealed to come and account for it, who will know? You and I sitting here, we will not know.
But if we're taking the party on, then maybe the party should communicate to us that indeed we've told him or spoken to him to come.
You see, one of the principles of the NDC is probity, accountability, social justice, and transparency. He's on high horse on Ken Ofori-Atta. Few weeks ago in Parliament, when the minority filed a motion for Gold Board to come and account for their stewardship because of the losses that Bank of Ghana was, they were running away. The majority blocked it. They said, Dabi, we will not allow that to happen. They said they will not allow that to happen. So please, look at the pot calling the kettle black. I am not saying that the operator should not come and account for it. He should come and account when the need will be. That is it. And he said what? Cocoa board. Hamza, Papsoro. When you went and took a loan of $1.7 billion to supply between 600,000 tons to 605,000 metric tons of cocoa. In 2015-2016, you supplied only 300,000. And you chopped the extra money. We came and there was no money in the account. You took $1.7 billion to supply 600,000 to 605,000, only 300,000. By the time we took over in 2016, there's nothing in the account. It took Boyedu and his team to go and look for money because we're being hauled to court, at the international court. In order to avoid that disgrace, we have to go and salvage the image of the country. Look for money, supply that money as a rollover. And you say what? You say what? Me, I'm not that style. So please, when we are doing the discussion, be very careful. But know what the kind of shot you want to throw. Because when you throw, I'll throw worse ones. So clearly, let us be mindful the way we want to engage the public. And I've been a unionist. I started my political life in the trade unions, Industrial and Commercial Workers Union. At the time when these banks were collapsing, there was regulatory failure. People were using money that were given to the Bank of Ghana to go and do their personal things. And it collapsed under your watch. Hamza, you were there. You were in government. The current governor was a deputy. And all these regulatory inactions and the misuse of these monies happen under your watch. It's unfortunate that when these measures are coming, people will lose their job. So sorry. It's unfortunate. But the larger picture of depositors' money, over 4 million people had their monies transferred either to Ghana Commercial Bank or Consolidated Bank to make sure that we save their deposits. So I'm not saying that people who have lost their jobs, we are pleased with what happened. But we need to use an ingenuity to make sure that we don't make the people suffer entirely. The 4 million people and 6,000, of course, they are both sides of the whole thing. So I'm not happy people lost their jobs. But that was the situation at the time. When you failed as a government and the Bank of Ghana at the time to make sure you sanitize the system.
Right. All right, thank you. Let's move to the matter of the Afari Military Hospital. Government after government. Still, we've not completed the hospital. Yesterday, I heard the minority speak. They had issue with the $85 million, if you like, debt to the contractor. They say before they left, what they know on paper, technically to be paid to the contractor is around $500,000. So they are surprised at this $85 million. Then before close of day, we had the Honorable Kenny Japon take on his own party and say that we're in power for 8 years and we failed to complete it. Engineer, let me start from you, and I want to hear from you on how the politicians deal with these matters of national concern and their approach.
I'm watching some of the slides of showing the hospital and the current state where we have grass overgrown at the place. It's pathetic. Pathetic because I understand the hospital, the initiative started during President Kufuor's era, where he acquired the land or issues like that. Then the NDC government came and started construction, didn't finish. Then MPP came in, left it 8 years, nothing happens. And I'm asking myself, is that how anyone would spend their personal money? Assuming you're a husband and a wife or in the house, and I say, let's build this place. Is that how we will spend our money? No. But for politicians, it is not their money. It is public purse. Let's spend it. We don't care. And that evidence is glaring for all Ghanaians to see, that they don't care. It is only when there's contract to be awarded that they are happy. Once the contract is awarded, as to whether the contract delivers, they don't care. That is the evidence on the ground that all Ghanaians have seen. Because in the midst of all this, when that hospital wasn't completed, we had started Agenda 111. When this one wasn't completed, We said 111 because new contracts. That is what our politicians are interested in. NDC has come into office again. Why don't you focus on finishing this one? No, we're a big push and all manner of funny things. So clearly for me, our politicians have behaved badly and continue to behave badly. It is clear. Look, and again, over the years, I keep saying this, politicians want us to measure them by how much concrete they have poured or how much asphalt they have laid. It's an unfortunate thing because in all of this, we should ask ourselves, how has the pouring of concrete and the laying of asphalt delivered to the improvement in the lives of people? Putting up a facility doesn't necessarily mean that health is going to be delivered. It doesn't necessarily translate into that because we've seen the evidence. Because our hospitals, what is the state of our current hospitals? The no-bed syndrome, how have we solved it? After all the reports came out, what have we done concretely about it? So our politicians look for excuses to engage in new contracts. But instead of ensuring that systems actually deliver, they are not focused on that. So whenever we can identify that, so whenever there's a problem, so we need to build a new hospital. We need to build a new road. Look at Accra. I'm using Accra as an example, but it's a nationwide problem. We have poured asphalt over the years. How has that improved traffic in Accra? You understand? Because it is an interconnected system.
True.
If you don't plan properly, pouring more concrete, laying more asphalt doesn't solve the problem.
Indeed.
The transportation problem. So here we are with transportation problem. They say, oh, let's go and buy more buses. Because again, there's money. Let's go and buy buses. How have those buses solved the transportation problem in Accra? Because they started distributing the buses. How has it solved the transportation problem? So our politicians like throwing money at things when there's procurement. Once the procurement is done, everybody steps aside. As to the performance that is required of that infrastructure, nobody follows up. So our hospitals as they exist currently are falling apart. Confanochi, the doctors went on strike only a few weeks ago because simply the Minister of Health thinks that I should flex. I'm going to suspend you. I mean, unnecessary.
Oh, was he just flexing?
He was flexing. It was completely unnecessary.
He thinks that CEO took a decision that
you are a minister. You
contradicts
supervise
the president's
agencies. You supervise agencies. The chief executive of a hospital. Take it as an emergency rescue pilot flying a helicopter. You are flying your helicopter. You are rescuing people. You realize that the payload of that aircraft is being exceeded. What do? You take a decision on the spot. You don't go and consult a minister of defense or anywhere that my payload is being exceeded and therefore I need permission. No. You take a decision there and there. He's a chief executive.
By you understand there are structures within these things that need
and
to
he
be
didn't do
respected.
that in isolation. He did it with consultation with people there in Ashanti region. The regional people were involved. So when you as a minister want to even deal with that, you call the regional office and say, what happened? How did the decision? How was the decision taken? You don't start frightening the man by saying, I have summoned him to Accra. What kind of decision?
The
is
minister
that?
mentioned
I mean,
that
anyway,
the man admitted guilt and apologized.
But let's look. These are things that are necessary, but completely unnecessary. The man came and started fighting with CEOs all over the place.
Very well.
Let's be concerned. When they do wrong, let's tell them in the face. But let's look at it. What is the state of Confanochi? What is the state of Kolebu? What is the state of Ridge Hospital? Even with that investigation, when people went to attack people in the what's happened to that investigation? The same Minister of Health. What's happened? When the boys went in there and went to attack, he went to pat them on the back. What's happened to that investigation? I mean, let's be sincere. The current hospitals are not being managed properly. But we are keen on building new ones. So on this Afari thing, it's sad. Because everybody thinks that the procurement has been done, people have chopped the money, let's not waste our time anymore. That is what the governments are telling us. Look at Trafalgar, even UGMC. Go and see the place is gradually deteriorating. But we won't look at it. We'll wait till everything, they will say, let's build a new hospital. Let's build a new road. I mean, for me, our politicians are behaving badly, and we must tell them in the face. We must not allow them to give excuses and walk away. We must tell them in the face and confront them.
Hamza, can we complete and operationalize Afari Hospital?
You have decided to start with me on 2 different occasions on the same subject and given the final bite to honorable titles, but that's fair.
But you came in before him.
Yes, but we are all seated now, so it is only fair that. But no problem. I just needed to set the record straight. First of all, even before I run commentary on that subject matter, just briefly, you see, we must know when to apply the brakes, especially when it comes to the issue of politics and our health institutions. It is very, very important, Nana. And, on just an aside, it is not true that banks collapsed under the NDC regime. That's not true. You assessed, no, that's why I said it's just an aside. You assessed the banking sector, raised the minimum capital requirement, demanding 400 million, that many, about 10 banks couldn't. So if you had multiplied that 400 million by 10 banks, that would have been about 4 billion.
Yeah.
So indeed, the problem with the banking sector was a 4 billion Ghana cedis problem. In the Western world, both in the UK and the United States, what responsible governments do is to intervene to salvage those banks because of the jobs losses that can create for the economy. You decided to use 25 billion Ghana cedis to solve a 4 billion problem.
That's fine. That's fine.
Another manifestation of recklessness.
Point well made. Let's
now,
come back
to the issue of the Afari Hospital. And that, again, is another unfortunate story of the politics of the NPP. When did these hospitals start? The hospital started somewhere in 2008 when His Excellency President Tuffour signed that contractual arrangement with Eurojet, the Invest, where they were meant to bring in excess of about $560 million to complete about 11 hospitals or so, if my memory serves me right, or 9. I can't remember, including the Salaga Hospital. Fast forward, Eurojet was unable to bring in the financing. And they made references to the Arab Spring. That kind of affected their ability to raise the needed funding. Upon assumption of office, His Excellency President John Evans Atta was then as president of blessed memory, and that of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, now as vice president, decided to take up that charge. And they proceeded to engage with Eurojet, the Invest, to explore other ways of raising the needed financing to continue the implementation of that project.
Right.
Because, mind you, this was the same government that decided to pursue and complete the gang of 4 road projects that President Kufuor started without an identifiable source of funding, if you remember. And that is what responsible governance is about, continuity in terms of infrastructure. So, in the spirit of that continuity, the John Mahama regime was able to engage with Eurojet and some banks, and I think the consortium of banks, it was led by Barclays Bank, and the financing arrangement was secured for us to start the processes of the construction of about 9 or 11 hospitals. Nana, so by 2014, I think Afari Regional Hospital has started.
Yeah.
And that of Sewa in 2015, or the reverse. I can't remember precisely. But construction started under John Dramani Mahama. These projects, one was meant to be completed somewhere in 2016, 17. The other, that is the Afari, was meant to be completed, I think, in 2018. By the time His Excellency John Dramani Mahama left office, about 60 to 80% of the structural works were done for Afari. They were done. You had 8 good years in power. When you assumed office, you raised issues of accountability, took out the subcontractors for the projects. That in itself delayed it for more than a year or 2. And these are hospitals that were coming up in your own stronghold, the Ashanti region. they became a stumbling block as far as progress was concerned for these hospitals in 8 years. Are you surprised? Even Asensu Boachi, the former Minister for Roads and Highways, recently wrote a distasteful letter to His Excellency President Mahama explaining to the NDC government why we should discard the idea of an express highway for his own home region, Kumasi, where he's a member of parliament and is expected to be championing their interests. That is the NPP for you. And so that explains why even for 8 years, that commitment was lacking. Until pressure was mounted by the likes of the Asantehene. I remember even when Dr. Okoboy, Honorable Tatu's own brother, was subsequently appointed as health minister. The first point of call was Otumfuo. And Otumfuo spoke about how his regime had abandoned those projects and the need for him to take it on. Is that not a fact? Now, for 8 years, you failed to. When Nana was about leaving office, he quickly rushed to the project site to commission. And the contractors of the project...
what he had failed to complete?
Yes, listen. And the contractors of the project, we all saw it on TV, issued a statement to tell all of us that the projects were not completed. And that what the president was engaged in was being disingenuous and unfair to the Ghanaian people and to the contractor. And that there were some outstanding issues even that needed to be resolved. Fast forward, a week or two ago, their own deputy ranking on the health admitted that those projects were not completed at the time they were leaving office. So what did they commission? Now they show you pictures or videos in their so-called quest for accountability for getting the best for Ashanti of beds and standing air conditions in their boxes.
Right.
Do you know what the problem was, Senior? What you refer to as procurement politics. They were about exiting office, so they were simply interested in getting money. So they were buying many of these things. That's why those fixtures are not fixed for the hospitals to run. And if you go to a number of schools, including Wejek Bawe, my brother, take your cameras there. You'll be shocked to discover schools that are not completed. And yet, the needs of that particular school in terms of laptops, furniture, everything have been packed in the uncompleted buildings and rotten away because of the procurement politics. No, it's important for me to land under a minute.
So let's hear from
but let me land under a minute. Please don't do this to me.
Please land.
You see, it is therefore not surprising that even their own flag bearer contender, Kennedy Ajapong, had cause yesterday to confess and admit that indeed, even as chairman of the Defense Committee and Interior Committee, he was blocked from visiting those hospitals when they were in power. And all of a sudden, yes, he admitted, he said it yesterday. And all of a sudden, these people who took Ashanti region for granted, who abused the confidence of the Ashanti region for 8 good years, who decided to disrespect the people of Ashanti for the respect they gave him, that even had to force the Asantehene to be seeking for funds to get hospitals in the region to work, have suddenly fallen in love with Ashanti region in a matter of 15 months of the NDC administration. What kind of politics is the MPP engaging?
Honorable
and we are entertained.
Afari Hospital. Did we miss the opportunity to complete and operationalize it?
It's a prayer that nobody forsake. But so long as we're humans, you don't know when you forsake. That was important that we take good care of our health. Last week I did my thorough medical exams at one of the hospitals in Taba. So I met my doctor yesterday and all my readings are good, which means that I should take good care of myself.
We thank God.
Having said this, there's a history that is guiding all of us. Afari Hospital, the fund was procured under President Kufuor in October 2008. It was a turnkey project where the contractor was supposed to source the funding, do the construction, supply equipment, and in so doing, at every stage of the project, he need to furnish the interim payment certificates with the supervision of the Ministry of Defense Project Unit Department. So as and when you work, you produce the IPC, then you pay. We left office in 2008, the NDC took over. By 2016, NDC has spent just about 38 something million dollars, which is 31.5% when they left office. So when we took over, based on that same arrangement, as and when you work, you produce your IPC, we did a total of $138 million to bring the project up to some level. So until the contractor finishes us with the work that he has done, there is nothing that you can pay for, because per the 10-key arrangement project, you have to look for the funding, you have to do the construction, you have to do the supply of equipment and everything. Then at the end of the day, whatever you work for, produce your IPC. They will pay. So based on what we have done, from 31% to about 68%, from 30.2 or 5% to 138%, you look at the difference. Who has put in more?
Right.
But the question is, NPP, apart from Agena 111 hospitals, the accusations that they put on our heads that we've not done, we've taken so much loans, we've done 50 different types of hospitals in different places.
Across the country?
Across the country. Akontombra is there, Impo is there, Jufoplaso is there, Agona West is there, Yulokobo is there. Ashanti region alone, we completed 10 different hospitals. 10 different hospitals. Xiaomi, Municipal Hospital, Ebnio Dibiasi, Manson Kwanta. We did all this. Even what they started with the NMS project, where they took a loan of $175 million, if you could recall, for Betifi, Garu, Dodowa, and the Kumewu. They only finished Dodowa.
Yeah.
The Kumewu one, they did only 51%. By the time we came, all the money is gone. We have to look for $38.8 million to go and finish the Kumewu hospital.
Right, right.
You understand?
Right.
So clearly, let us position this discussion so well. And for me, looking at all that we have done, there are hospitals that we have finished. What is left for you is to just provide the health professionals and go and serve. The pressure on Kovanoche can be avoided.
You have to pardon me for this.
I know you are in a hurry.
We need
to come back again.
Unfortunately, our time is up.
Onto even the
the West Minister of God.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. This has been the News Review segment on Breakfast Daily. My name is Nana Tuffour Boateng. Many thanks to you for watching.
This is where stories rise, where strength speaks, and legends are born. From hundreds of entries, only 10 emerged as the 2026 Channel 1 Community Legends.
You're 14 years, you're among people who are...
my name is Daisy Mina Entry, 32.
There's someone who is from Western North, Sevi Adofwa.
We have it that wherever you travel to, home is home.
10 legends, 10 inspiring journeys, one platform. From struggle to success, from purpose to impact. Hear their remarkable stories.
In a place where almost nothing is available.
I have a foundation called Grace on Duty Foundation.
Whatever they are going through is part of the struggle. That should even give them the motivation to learn.
Because I'm a game changer wherever I go.
Tune in every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. and be inspired by the people changing lives in their communities. Only on Channel 1 TV. Channel 1 Community Legends. Real people, real impact, real inspiration.
I'm not tired.
Get ready this July to step into a world where culture meets commerce, ideas turn into opportunities, and Made in Ghana takes the spotlight like never before. Welcome to the Northern Business Fair 2026. For 2 powerful days, the Jubilee Park will transform into a buzzing hub of creativity, innovation, and enterprise from the Savannah, Northern, Northeast, Upper East, and Upper West regions. From beautifully crafted products, innovative packaging, fast-growing local brands, and indigenous corporate bodies, every stand will tell a story of passion, resilience, and growth. This is not just a fair, it's a full experience. It's a place to discover, a place to connect, a place to grow. This is your chance to engage with Ghana's most exciting SMEs, startups, and homegrown brands all in one vibrant space. Dates Saturday 25th and Sunday 26th July 2026. Venue Jubilee Park, Tamale. Time 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Are you ready to showcase your business to the nation and beyond? Call 0205-973-973 now and secure your spot. Don't sit on the sidelines. Be part of the energy. Be part of the story. The Northern Business Fair 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from City FM, and it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank. The Northern Business Fair 2026. Your market, your connections, your growth. From Accra to Buenos Aires, from Lagos to London, the world is locking in for the greatest football spectacle on earth, the 2026 FIFA World Cup. But before the first whistle cuts through the noise, there's a deeper rhythm to the game. Every badge carries history, every player brings a story, every number means something. Welcome to World Cup Central, only on Channel 1 TV.
Hello and welcome to another episode of World Cup Central right on Channel 1 TV.
Your home of football intelligence with African energy and global perspective. We're taking you beyond the highlights, from powerful eye-opening stats to sharp breakdowns of every qualified nation to insights that change how you see the beautiful game.
Their first appearance was in 1930 and their best finish at the World Cup was 3rd place in 1930. That was a long time ago.
Every Friday at 3 p.m. we serve it fast, bold, and electric. No fluff, just pure football knowledge delivered with style.
You couldn't beat Norway, so if you are not at the World Cup, it's thoroughly deserved, so please stay at home.
World Cup Central, Fridays at 3 p.m. exclusively on Channel 1 TV.
I'm high and I'm
Hey, Kobe, you are sitting down there feeling very comfortable when some guy called Dixon is taking your sister out on a date.
Daddy, Dixon is a cool guy. He's cooler than her other friend, Joshua.
Joe what? Hey, don't complete it. What do you guys send these uncomfortable names?
They make coolest friends, like my Nigerian friend called Adegbemi.
Good day, sir. Yeah, look at them. And they are marching too. So, you're the dick.
Dixon, sir. I'm very pleased to meet you, Mr. Blanks.
Oh, hi, Dixon. How are you doing?
The Blanksons airs every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. and is sponsored by Out Insecticide, Nasco Electronics, Lizzie Shito, Everpack, and Lily Rice on Channel 1 TV.
The vibe is too much.
Hello everybody, welcome to Vox Pop Central. Who brought Coco to Ghana?
Oh, Coco, Mama Tizero.
GRA, Ghana Registers Association. Do due diligence.
Two diligences.
I was like, how?
Two diligences.
You bamboozled me.
You scatter me.
Hey, what about them? We the ones who scatter them. What do you call the song you sing to make babies sleep?
We have many songs like Baby Careful
because hey,
ete like me nation habu eshi mapa.
What the?
Amieko maye habu foi.
Okay, foi. So, whether it's a school, market, lorry station, or wherever I may find you, when you see me, Murife, don't run, don't run, don't run.
Vox Pop Central airs Thursdays at 7 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
June is for business here at City FM and Channel 1 TV. This June, the ideas get bolder and the future of Ghanaian business takes center stage. Welcome to the City Business Festival 2026. For the entire month of June, 97.3 City FM and Channel 1 TV bring together the thinkers, builders, innovators, and dreamers shaping the future of enterprise in Ghana. From powerful business fora that spark meaningful conversations to insightful on-air discussions with industry leaders and change makers, to stories of resilience, innovation, and ambition from Ghanaian entrepreneurs. This is more than a festival. It is a movement of ideas, strategy, and impact. Whether you're starting small, scaling big, or simply dreaming of your next breakthrough, the City Business Festival is your platform to learn, connect, and grow. Join the on-air series every weekday at 9 a.m. on the City Breakfast Show on 97.3 City FM and at 11 a.m. with a repeat at 6 p.m. on Channel 1 TV. This June, let's challenge businesses. Let's refine ideas. Let's create impact. Call 0205-973-973 for further details. City Business Festival 2026, driving ideas into impact. The City Business Festival 2026 is powered by 97.3 City FM and Channel 1 TV in partnership with Absa Bank, and it's proudly sponsored by Absa Bank, MTN, Zondatech Ghana Limited, and Petra Trust.
Every day across Ghana, stories unfold. Stories of hope, struggle, courage, and progress. At Channel 1 TV, we tell your story with truth and heart, giving voice to the people, holding power to account, and empowering change that moves our nation forward. Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
Yachayama, Yeitama,
Kakalika, yes, so yes, so my one blue. Gano dende, blasta so dende. 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 Yeita, mubi oba na bate the samia. Ya chaja, mubi oba na bate the samia. Yeita, mubi oba na bate the samia. Ya chaja. I bet the bill in the money, I need Jan in the money, I say coffee in the money, I say more Jan in the money, winter in the money, and Stevie Nappy and the money, Robert Mesa, goalkeeper number one. The boy, a beshe, you sulo biala, the boy, a beshe, you sulo biala, the boy, a beshe, you sulo biala, the boy, a beshe, you sulo bialo. Yeita, mubi oba na bate the samia. Ya chaja, mubi oba na bate the samia. Yeita, mubi oba na bate the samia. Ya chaja.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And if you know that today, Ghana and Panama.
Yeah.
Someone was saying that they will score Ghana, Panama. But Ghana can actually score Panama
and spell
Panama. So let's see how it's going to go. I'm sure you're excited because the match is around 11 p.m. But we will try and stay awake so that we can be able to watch it. Well, I'm representing Ghana entirely. Chris is representing the Black Stars, so that's how come she's in that jersey.
Of course, babe.
And we are trying to pitch it out there for you that let's get the momentum. And funny how when we get the energy here, it reflects, and they see it. They see it on social media. I'm sure by this time the footballers are flipping and doing doom scrolling and all that, checking what people are saying on social media and all that.
Exactly.
So definitely, you would get to see the results by 1 a.m. or 1:30-ish a.m. whether Ghana is going to take the lead. But I believe that this first match is actually going to give us that particular 3 points. So we're monitoring it keenly and we're bringing you all the actions here on Channel 1 TV.
Right.
Yeah.
It's actually giving me a little bit of anxiety. It started yesterday actually when I was watching the Senegalese match.
Senegal and France.
Oh my God.
Mbappe, that guy is good.
He's so good.
Mbappe is good.
He's so good.
And one of the goals is scored
and it was from a distance. And I was actually the second goal.
The first one he had to do it in the 18, and the second
goal
was
from a distance. And it was just so sad that the Lions of Teranga, that's the Senegalese national team, actually had to go through so much stress.
But they had too many chances.
That's what I'm saying. They had so many chances and they lost so many chances. And at the end of the day, even the goal that their first goal was cancelled. And I was like, oh my God.
So that is it. We will be also pushing the vibe here on the show, and also we're bringing you all the actions. I'm sure you are in your office, you are home, watching us, and you are supposed to enjoy yourself because for all you know, we are bringing the laugh back. Yeah, the Black Stars. We know they've broken our hearts and all that, but it is a time that you want to pick up the pieces and just totally get yourself behind them so that they can take it up. Because it's actually one of the things we can do to put Ghana's name on the map. When you go to other countries and you say Ghana, they're like, Asamoah again. So it tells you that people are really paying attention to football. Anyway, that's how we start the second half of the Breakfast Daily Show here on Channel 1 TV. We still want to remind you that it's City Breakfast. That is a breakfast festival. Business Festival, rather. CBF. City Business Festival on S series is still happening on TV and radio. So at 9, it's on radio, which has actually started. So exactly at 11 a.m., we'll bring you that on TV. Interesting. We are looking at debt management, loans, credit culture, and avoiding financial traps. The number of people who are running businesses and they've entered into that financial trap and they've not been able to actually come back again. But we will tell you what you need to know about this. And Benjamin Asantia Samoa, who's the head that and also working capital business business banking as Absa Bank Ghana Limited, will actually be leading this charge. So please stay with us here at 11 a.m. We will bring you that on TV live.
All right, and remember that the Blank Since Drama series.
But before we go on, the sponsors?
Yeah, all right. So I want to
Absa?
say a very big thank you to our sponsors, though. Absa, MTN, Zonda, and Petra. Thank you so much for holding us down as we bring the City Business Festival to life throughout the month of June. And also, moving on, the Blank Since Drama series is still on. You definitely do not want to miss any of this because it brings joy, relief, inspiration, and some comedy into the life of everyone that watches it. So you definitely want to lock up your Thursday for us. It's at 7:30 every Thursday, and that's when new episodes are shown. And also, if you want a repeat of what you didn't catch on Thursday, luckily we have Fridays at 1:30, Saturdays 7 p.m, Sundays 4:30 p.m, Tuesdays 3 p.m, and Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. It's a great family program where mommy, daddy, and the kids can actually come together and enjoy every episode, because every episode, you know, is sometimes relatable to every Ghanaian and African family out there. It shows us the white, the black, and the gray areas of every African family. Anyway, thank you so much to NASCO, Lizzie Shito, Out Mosquito Coil, Everpack, and Lele. Thank you for holding us down as our sponsors.
Beautiful. So the Mabre and Quanta is a drama series that we've put online for you. It's on the channel onenewsonline.com, so that you can go there and get the Mabre and Quanta series that we are bringing you. It's a beautiful piece you'd want to read, a beautiful one that you'd want to also capture to actually upgrade your vocabs. That is the Mabre in Quanta. The Mabre in Quanta is on channel oneonline.com. We keep talking about this. What is up now is the episode 2, waiting for the episode 3 to actually come up. And we still want to encourage you that go out there and log on to Channel 1 News and enjoy the Mabre in Quanta. But before we go to other things that had to relate to sports, let's tell you about the Channel 1 News app that you can download the app now, and you'll be able to log on to the Channel 1 News app and be able to get that notification, which makes it very easy for you to actually get that information. So the App Store or the Google Play Store are places you can easily visit. Download the Channel 1 News app, and voila, you are good to go. Just with a notification, you get to know what story is trending and what exactly you need to know. The lifestyle issues, the health, and all that are there on Channel 1 TV, and you can just get that news app from the App Store or the Google Play Store. All
right, let's look at Community Kickoff. Community Kickoff is right here on Channel 1 TV every Tuesday, which talks about grassroots football. I mean, this is a very good time for us to be talking about football because it's World Cup season and also almost off season for all football players. So you want to know where these stars come from. You want to know which areas or which communities are, you know, building some of these stars that we actually see, and also what happens during you know, preparations and also the creations of grassroots football. So you don't want to miss any of that. It's every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. So get together. You can even pick up your boots because you might get to learn something new on Community Kickoff.
And I encourage you that you don't miss any of the episodes of World Cup Central. This one as well, yeah. And even World Cup Central, because that is where the gist is, all the things you need to know about the World Cup.
Because it was just a bunch of black people playing against a bunch of black people too, so it was like Africa playing against Africa, but just that the other part of the Africa is another part of the world.
Yeah, so you actually wanted Senegal to go, but anyway,
I really wanted to.
Mbappe will not allow that. Yeah, Mbappe will not allow that. He will not. He will definitely make sure. Yes, Spain, right?
But they actually stood firm and drew.
Anyway, so let's see how Ghana is going to do with Panama today. But you can get all these information on World Cup Central on Fridays, exactly at 3 p.m. with Gabi Ofer sitting with his guest.
Yeah, and if you actually miss any of this, what you can do is like reach our social media pages and even our YouTube channel, and you can catch up with all the episodes that you think that you missed if you have been following religiously. But if you haven't been following religiously, you can also go check it out on our YouTube channel, channel 1 TVGH.
Beautiful. Let's talk about another one which is big. That is a community legend that you would want to be part of. Today is Wednesday. We're bringing you fresh episode of the community legends, which is very important because there are people who are making changes in our various communities, and you can see their names on the screens. Omar Rosanda, Amadou, Akosia Ochre, both host visited these individuals and actually spoke to them and got to know exactly what they are doing within their communities to change the narrative, because that is actually the story we are telling here to empower change. So in order for you to be able to also do something like that in your community, why don't you learn from these people? The more reason why we are bringing this on your screens exactly 7:30 p.m. on Wednesdays, and you are going to get a fresh episode today, and make sure that you stay glued to your TV set so you can enjoy that fresh episode that will be coming from the community legend. 10 interesting people, and these 10 will definitely be telling you their stories, how they've been able to go about it, and some of them have been able to do it even without finance, no support, but they've been able to take the charge to do it for the community, changing the narrative there without even government intervention and all that. So they deserve to be recognized, and that is why we are bringing you all that here on Channel 1 TV, exactly 7:30 p.m. on Wednesdays, and that is the community legend. Chris, trends?
All right, let's get straight into the trends. I'm sure if you're joining us for the first time, you might be wondering what are trends. The trends are basically the hot topics on social media that's got everybody buzzing and want to join the thread. So we'll be looking at some stories from popular social media platforms like Facebook, X, popularly known as Twitter, and also we have Snapchat, we have Instagram, we have all that, like TikTok and all. Now, let's get straight into it. The big one that came out, I think 2 days ago, that is still trending internationally is United Kingdom actually announcing that there's a social media ban for children under the age of 16. I mean, this fight has been going on for quite a while. It's almost 2 years that they have been trying to find ways of fixing this issue of, what social media, the impact that social media has on children. Yeah. So there's been the issue of the manosphere affecting little boys. There's been the issue of, little girls being influenced by what they see on social media, and which affects sometimes their bodies and all that. And also there's been a lot of issues of social pressure and peer pressure because of social media. And the big one is they feel like social media is taking away the childhood of a lot of people, and this is something that we actually see here too. Sure. A lot of people are children especially, are just focused on their
social
phones.
Media 24/7.
There's nothing else that they know apart from the world of social media. People don't even interact, even within adults, among adults. So now the UK is saying, you know what, this is disturbing us a lot. A lot of children have lost their life because of this issue. Girls have, been affected in different ways, psychologically, physically, just because of everything that they absorb on social media. So it's time to ban it. UK is not the first country, or United Kingdom is not the first country that is doing this internationally. Australia actually did it first, and I think Switzerland or another country in Europe also did that. So yeah, the British Prime Minister...
it's called multiplayer.
Yeah, there are different players. But what happened now is that predators have gone on those sites and are preying on children.
Interesting.
Yeah, so you can make friends with a total stranger. You are probably 16, 15, 13, playing your game, but you are thinking that you're playing the game with the same age.
But could be an older person.
So it's an older person that now demands information from you, now wants to meet you, now wants to harm you. So a lot of children have been trafficked. A lot of children have been, a lot of children have been trafficked. A lot of children have been, put in different sexual positions that they are not supposed to be in because of this.
Interesting.
So the UK is saying that, you know what, we are banning this. But, people are now saying that, can there be an outright ban? How is it going to affect the children? But we have a video on this,
the
actually. We have a video of the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom announcing this, and we also have a video of, how the children feel about this situation.
Because today is a big moment for our country. This is a big step, real change for our children and our future. Because today I can announce that the government will ban access to social media for all children under the age of 16. Look, and this is not something I do lightly, and I will not present it as cost-free, as if social media has brought no benefits to young people, because clearly that is wrong. But government is always about choices. And it's clear to me that a full ban is the right choice. Now, I come to it as a parent myself. I know exactly the fears that we all feel when we're thinking about this issue. All I've ever wanted for my own children, hand on heart, is for them to be happy and for them. We truly believe that it's a place where they can feel safe. I don't think I even need to answer those questions, do I?
I know in the future it will have a positive impact on young people's lives and their mental health.
I think the issue is right now is the lack of guidance from parents. So I really think it should be the parents' responsibility to guide us children.
It maybe shouldn't have been banned, maybe it should be more restricted so you can't talk to people that you don't know or just people that aren't very nice.
I personally think that it's the parents' responsibility to decide whether the children are mature enough for whatever social media apps that they're asking for, and a complete ban is a bit authoritative and unnecessary.
I know in the future it will have a positive impact on young people's lives and their mental health.
I think the issue is right now is the lack of guidance from parents. So I really think it should be the parents' responsibility to guide us children.
It maybe shouldn't have been banned, maybe it should be more restricted so you can't talk to people that you don't know or just people that aren't very nice.
I personally think that it's the parents' responsibility to decide whether the children are mature enough for whatever social media apps that they're asking for, and a complete ban is a bit authoritative and unnecessary.
All right, so there you have it. The UK has actually banned that. And also, I loved how the kids actually think. They understand it because they are in the middle of this. You know why they're in the middle of this? The first girl talked about, protecting our mental health or their mental health. It's true because there's a lot of pressure. When I said it affects the girls' bodies, there's actually been a whole documentary about how social media affect little girls' bodies, because society has given us a standard of what beauty should be, not the African beauty, not the beauty God has given us, but everybody has to be slender, everybody has to have perky lips, everybody has to be some way. That's what society have said is beautiful on social media. So now little girls put yourself in the situation, oh, I want to be like Barbie, I want to look like, this is the main thing. So little girls don't eat anymore. People are taking drugs to slim down. Little girls want Botox. Little girls want lip fillers because society on social media have said this is how beauty standards should be. So it affects them in different ways. And kudos to the British government. I mean, Australia was the first to ban outrightly, then Malaysia actually did. Now UK is doing the same thing. Spain also passed a legislative law on checking people's age before they actually get on social media, and also Norway also has banned. So this 5 countries have actually done that. I know you are stunned. Why are you so stunned?
Two things. The Prime Minister made mention of the fact that social media has no benefit to the children.
Yes.
So the children should not actually be users of social media. The children, I think two of them said, as the parents' responsibility,
like I always say.
The parents must take charge. So that means though the government is doing its bit, the parents also have very, say, important roles to play. You know, parenthood has now gotten to a stage where I wake up in the morning, I'm going to work, I come home, kids are asleep, you don't know what the kids are doing, you've left the kids with nanny and all that. Even at home, as soon as I take my attire and I'm ironing, the first question I'm asked, oh, you're going to work, eh? Or as soon as I'm leaving and maybe I'm going to take something on the compound and I'm well dressed or something, then my small girl will say, bye-bye, you meet later or something. So that means it's actually something that the children gradually pick up and say that the parents are not around to even monitor us. So social media is taking the better part of us and all that. Anyway, there are comments.
You know, I also think with that, when it comes to technology, I think parents need to educate themselves on the technology they're using.
But it's getting very sophisticated by the day.
That's why I say parents need to, because, for example, I see a lot of parents using heavy smartphones, big smartphones. Why are you using the smartphones? For no reason. It's just because of social status. Oh, I have an iPhone 17. I have this. I have that.
These children can even operate it better than us.
But you parent, you don't know what you can actually do with this. Do you understand? Because a lot of people are even on Instagram, their children on Instagram. They do not even understand that there are features on that Instagram which you can actually, help your teen. You understand? You can actually link your account with your teen, but people don't know that.
Can that be implemented in Ghana? Let's hear from you.
I think
comment session 0204447033. Let's know what you also make of the use of social media in Ghana and what really the government can do about it.
But on the other hand,
other countries are also doing.
On the other hand, India has also banned or temporarily blocked Telegram for some time. This because of the exams going on there to prevent examination fraud. And now Telegram is fighting India. So this is a big tech company fighting the country. And that's my problem with big tech. In as much as I love big tech, in as much as, they give us entertainment, they give us business. But big tech is also a problem. They are not being responsible when it comes to certain things on their platform. Because this Telegram is the same platform that we have seen people here in Ghana, puts people's picture out there without asking them permission, selling them to other people abroad and all that. We've seen these cases.
This technology world nice some way. Anyway, let's bring you the comments from the UK one on the ban on social media for children under 16. This one says that from Esla Felt, says that it will be hard because it's become habitual. Hobbies need to be pushed more than ever.
Yes.
I learned my interest from my parents watching Blue Peter and being bored.
It's true.
Being bored is brilliant because you start getting creative, like making something or thinking up a game.
True.
Or I used to love making stuff from cardboard and reading stories, of course, and drawing. We need creative types more than ever now, but still too many screens being used in
primary school. Forget primary school, even the babies, even creche.
Cocomelon! Then they have another one too. A number of them. Paw Patrol and all that. Then go and watch. Kofi, go and watch. Then you are disturbing me. Go and watch TV. No, this is the time. I think you need more involvement. And also, people do not go out. They don't socialize now.
Because of the screen.
This one comes from Sajida. Says that when there was no social media, kids also survived. These steps are taken late after one generation born after 2004 has been badly impacted by social media. But still, at least something is done now. Yeah, you say. This one says that the people lecturing, this is coming from Aya Star Girl, says that the people lecturing us all to see it as a joke need to get a grip. There's nothing funny about a child so unable to fill their spare time without their I can see that word there, phone and social media that they think staring at a war is the answer. Okay.
Because that was what one of the girls said. They asked her, it's actually trending on social media. So what are you going to do now that they've banned, this? He's like, I don't know. Probably stare at the wall.
This was read a book. This is coming from Dolly. Says that read a book, start gardening, spend time with family, learn a sport, help out at home,
learn coding. True.
But if you want to stare at the wall, have a good time. This one says from Benzman says that, do they know how many countries that use Telegram? Okay, this is coming from the India one. Now they feel they have to be top preference, you say. Telegram, this comes from the same man. Telegram is a media. It doesn't care what is being shared.
And that's a problem. And that's a problem.
We have a lot more on the Telegram, but
so banning Telegram may slow the spread of leaked papers, but it doesn't address the bigger question: how are exam papers leaking from within the system in the first place? All right, that's from World Insights. And Vivek Rajan say millions use Telegrams for legitimate reasons. Blanket bans also hit the wrong people. Well, looks like the digital dust-up is heating up, and hope they can sort out the leak concerns without completely shutting down communication in India. This is by Yolo Truself. And students spend some months preparing, while some spend some minutes leaking papers. The real challenge is in Telegram, is protecting the integrity of the examination.
I've seen some papers actually being leaked on Telegram, right? Even BC and WASI exams.
Exactly.
But I don't know whether they are true papers.
So AO_Valentine is just a temporary measure. And Telegram is challenging a proposed ban in India tied to concerns of examination malpractice. And this doesn't sound great at all.
Anyway, as Ghana prepares that we are going to score Panama, we shall score you. We shall put pepper in your eyes. We shall score you. We shall put
pepper in your eyes.
Panama. Panama is PAN3AMA. So 6. We score them 6. That would be interesting, though.
Yeah.
But there's a big issue with
7,
Thomas
actually.
Partey as well. But anyway, the Black Stars of Ghana will be playing their first match in the 2026 World Cup in Toronto later today or tonight. Unfortunately, due to immigration issues, Thomas Partey won't be playing today's game against Panama. A lot of issues in the, Partey's issue in the UK and all that. It's getting some way, because the Foreign Affairs Minister also waded into the conversation trying to clear the ground so that Partey can be granted a visa. But yesterday it came out that a court in Canada has actually thrown out that particular appeal, and it's not going to work. But let's bring you comments on this. Let's also know from you what you think, how many goals Ghana can score. If you want to think otherwise too, we are good. We want to give you the chance to also say that one as well. This one's from Ofuriwa says that match day, God will direct your feet, guys. Amen. Amen. Y'all all winning the cup.
Amen.
Amen. Ghana is bringing the cup home.
Amen.
Yeah, they fear Black Stars copy. Yeah, this is there from Nasi. This one says that One Real Pages. You have only one job today. Win anything above and below that is unacceptable. Please, we don't want to draw or lose. We want to win. This comes from Amos Green 8. Says that you guys should reflect on what happened during the last World Cup and go in today with passion, determination, and love for the country. Unity must prevail, because without unity, we can't actually get the job done. I am Kofi says that, Baba, please, today don't play safe, okay? Baba Rahman. Today, Baba Rahman, Charlie, we are on you. This one from Razak Golden 50 says that, go Black Stars, go, 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 go. Bones cameraman says, this is great. This year, Black Stars will and should make us proud. That same energy from 2010 is somehow here again this year. The energy is here because it's the first match. If Panama scores us, Panama, and we don't get the thing, at the end of the day,
It's going to be sad.
It's going to be sad, because every way I choose, I see people wearing Black Star jerseys and people rapping and everything. Anyway, let's bring you the video of the day. So that's how some of us will be watching the match. We still have to be at work by 6, 7, but we'll still be watching the match because we love you guys, and we'll be sleeping as well and be finding our way in there. But if you break our hearts, Chris.
I think this is the first World Cup that, for me, this is the first World Cup I've actually experienced whereby time factor has become a problem.
It's a hindrance.
Because honestly, I really don't know what I'll do if Black Star have to play one of those 1 a.m. matches.
1 a.m., 2 a.m., some playing at 11 p.m. Oh!
So,
no.
When are we going to shout? We're the workers. When are we going to shout and enjoy the FIFA?
You have to sacrifice. You have to stay up and watch, and that's the sacrifice you're actually going to make. And
sacrifice.
I
hope they know that we are going to be awake watching them, so they better play well.
We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we have more for you on Breakfast Daily on Channel One TV. Stay with us here on the show.
Hello, my name is Pamela from Customer Service. Please revalidate your account by texting your Ghana card number to 0500,000 247.
Hey, Abili, wabedim.
Madam, give me the numbers behind your ATM card. I'm calling from the head office.
An email was delivered across to our customers this morning.
Confirm if this is your bank account. 100,100,100.
Thanks for sending your bank card details.
Send the OTP now to avoid cancellation.
EcoBank will never call, email, send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Don't get played. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hello, please, I'm calling from Customer Experience Center.
This is the old way. Let me show you a new and a better way. EduPack.
EduPack?
Yes, EduPack. A GS-approved and supported initiative for all first-year students going to SHS by Prospectus Ghana Limited. Now you don't need to go to the market. All your trunks, mattresses, pillows, including plastic chalkboards, are all waiting for your child at the school. Note, all our wooden chalkboxes are being changed to plastic ones to avoid bedbugs.
You can also register by dialing *713*821# following the prompts, or you can visit www.edupackgh.com and tap register. You can also register at any ADB branch near you at a very affordable price. EduPack, approved and supported by GES.
Your health is your most valuable asset and it deserves expert attention. At the International Maritime Hospital, we believe healthcare should be personal, precise, and delivered with excellence. That's why we provide specialist-led care combining experienced doctors, advanced diagnostics, and a client-centered approach. From preventive care to specialist consultations and advanced treatment, every step is handled with precision and care. Our serene environment, modern facilities, and dedicated medical team ensure you receive the quality care you deserve every time. Our experienced team ensures you receive the attention you deserve. So whatever it is for you or your family, choose care you can trust. Visit the International Maritime Hospital located at Community 3 Tema or call 0303-220-030 or 055-222-2290. International Maritime Hospital. We serve and we care.
And of course, we are always excited that you stay with us here on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. You know there is that exercise ongoing, which is the Clean Up Accra exercise. The Ghana Police Service, NADMO, Zoom Lion, and Channel 1 collaborating together to ensure that we have spaces that are cleaned up so that we do not experience flooding like we have some weeks ago. Fauzu Masawudu is one of the people with the team. That is a colleague of mine from the City Newsroom, and he's joining me live now to tell us exactly where he is with the team and what he can report. Fauzu, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Philip.
Tell us where you are and what exactly is happening with the exercise today.
Right, all right, Philip. Thank you very much. We know that the Clean Up Accra campaign started somewhere last Tuesday, covering a number of areas in Accra, the nation's capital. Well, we took a break on Monday and Tuesday, but today we've resumed here at the Achimota Enclave, precisely around the Achimota Forest area, driving into Christian Village. What is happening here is that the team is on ground, silting some major drains in the enclave, which happens to be in the Okankwe North Municipality. And Philip and Chris, we know that the crux of this exercise indeed is to target flood-prone areas going into the peak rainy season. And we know that if you are very familiar with the flooding terrain of the country and of the Greater Accra region to be precise, you know that the Achimota Christian Village area is no stranger to perennial flooding. And so that's why the team targeted this particular stretch, which happens to be downstream, the hardest hit when it rains or when it floods in the community. The men are busy on the ground doing the needful, desilting the drain. And if the camera could take a closer shot, this particular drain, before we arrived here, in fact, before the work started, was choked with sand, a heap of sand. And so it's very, and that's what the team had been on the ground doing, unclogging some of these drains and what have you. And mind you, Philip, throughout this exercise, one question that has taken center stage indeed is the fact that anytime there is a cleanup exercise of this nature, the debris are collected and they are left, if you like, at the tips of these drains, and then when it rains, they are deposited back into the drains. But Zoom Lion Ghana Limited and of course its partners Channel 1 TV, the Ghana Police Service, and all relevant stakeholders involved in this exercise is saying that this is not going to be the narrative. There is a car on standby to ensure that these debris are collected for onward proper disposal. And so that cannot be said for this particular exercise. We'll try and see if we can engage some of the men working here to find out. Boss, good morning.
Morning, Chairman.
It's saying.
I'm Adam, Chairman.
What's your first saying?
I told me the Emmanuel Otua.
You say Munia Brepa, if you say a babe hour ago, Moji, got a Juman at the same.
Oh, Chairman, I'm Adam. I'm Adiachi, Jumani, the Koboko, Sani Awa, Nitiano, and a panin I buy from Achimota Hospital. You perceive choke gatas, I choke Ibia, I perceive your environment in clean. Inti ayandra ana information ni ba ti aba say yanso ya man papa o man ni say ya ewom ekoso ya ewom nti yanso ya ndi bia ya hodin bia betum ya di abua e ma o man na yeye no ene na nda ye gina yeye nti hu yen say ya enye bone ya pa o man ni yeye ene o man ni cleanness, because cleanness is next to godliness.
So, yeah, that's it. You heard from him, cleanliness is next to godliness, but most importantly from his submission is the fact that they believe in collectivism. They believe in unison in championing this exercise. And unison in championing the exercise. And so it's all hands on deck indeed, and that has been the status quo right from the onset. There is a team designated for this exercise, but it's just instructive to note that the level of volunteerism has been remarkable, and today is just a glimpse of how the week or the commencement of this exercise has been. Boss, morning. Pacho, what's your name?
Pacho, friend Kwame Fuli.
Kwame Fuli.
Yeah, Ofori.
Kwame Ofori.
Yeah.
And the more you're busy, what happened? Hanomono, Ayana in so turning your man, Hanomo to say.
Oh, I had a cry,
yɛyɛ adwuma yi koraa yɛbrɛ paa baasɛ nka aban bɛtumi aboa yɛ a nka yɛ youth na nka yɛyɛ adwuma yi nka ɔma yɛmmoa ɔman ne saa na yɛn nso yɛ youth no yɛpɛ adwuma yɛ ama yɛbrɛ
na sisi ende adwuma na moyɛ no how has it been for you? Because beginning you buy your sena gatanum for instance a choky pan with anua.
Oh, and easy Ghana the Finkwana wa Kabaya and Naka Mamu what Timamno. Amaya Bolana nom de Abigu Gotenim Intino Kaban Shenanka when you will be why bet you to me Jeru.
Thank you very much. And that's an interesting twist to it. He believes strongly that there should be effective enforcement of sanitation laws. He has bemoaned the extent of filth that were contained in the drains here. And so he says that it become an attitudinal issue and that there should be effective enforcement of sanitation laws to ensure that anyone who is found culpable of some of these warrant situations is made to face the full rigors of the law. So we are still coming to you live here at the Achimota Enclave in the Okankwe North Municipality. Our reason here is that the Zoomline Ghana Limited is championing a cleanup exercise dubbed Clean Up Accra in partnership with Channel 1 TV and the Ghana Police Service. What is happening here presently that there's the silting of major drains in the area ahead of the peak rainy season. So indeed, Philip, this has been the situation here so far.
So I can see that this woman sells flowers close to the drain. I think that she's setting up her place now. Can you speak to her if possible, or other people around, to tell us how the drain was, though you've spoken to the people who are cleaning it, and whether there was a plan to actually desilt this particular drain before that decision or that final move that has been taken by Zoomlion, Ghana Police Service, Channel 1 TV.
All right. Thank you, Philip. We've been trying to speak to some traders around here, but it's been quite challenging. Boss, exercise no kakra. Okay, so we want to engage this man. He, if you like, he's a florist. He sells flowers and other items needed in our gardens. Pacho, good morning. Pacho, what's your name?
Nicholas Tete.
Nicholas Tete. Okay. Nicholas, you are the one who runs this place?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Look, how long have you been doing business here?
Let's say 4 years now. 4 years. Since 2022. Yeah.
2022. Tell me about the flooding situation or when it rains in this area first and foremost. Then we talk about the ongoing cleaning exercise.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity. It seems like this place, the gutter for the drainage, for the erosion, is very small. Okay. And aside that too, you see the sloping. When it rains, all the flooding water come this way.
Right.
So there is no gutter at the other end. All run to this very gutter, and from far away from the hospital, all run from the hospital and come and choke over here. Aside that, no, this is the very first time I see the government or an institution coming in,
which is Zoomlion and the partner.
Coming in to partner to help, because when you watch the other end of our side, we have been doing that with the help of the what do you call it? The prison guys. When they come, we give them something small. They remove everything from the gutter. But we don't have the logistics, like a transport to carry everything. So when
they leave it and then it comes back.
Yeah. So when it rains again, it's flooded again. So those are the causes. Aside that, when it starts raining, you see some of Ghanaians' behavior, bad mentality. It starts raining. People start to dump rubbish into the drains. So everything will come a choke over here. So these are the very causes of this thing.
The issue. What do you make of this exercise, Clean Up Accra exercise by Zoomlion and Channel 1 TV and the Ghana Police Service, and how well do you think that it could be sustained in curbing issues of flooding in the area?
Okay. First and foremost, when you remove dust like rubbish like this, it let the water to flow freely, and it prevents breeding of mosquito.
Right.
So the first and foremost, I say it promotes good health. And if it continues for the nation, I think it is a very good thing to help other generations to come. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you've mentioned that indeed there is a part on this stretch that those of you around try and find something for the prison guys and all of them when they come around to clear them. But beyond that, some of you have plans indeed to maybe come up with any monthly cleanup exercise, quarterly or weekly or what have you?
Okay.
Just also play your part in whatever that we are doing.
Okay, I understand you perfectly. I think we have been thinking of it. So the way forward now, if the AMA is the assembly is listening to us, we plan of like approaching them so that if we want to do it, and they can even give us some logistics to come and support, so that when they remove it, then we remove the sand from here. But removing it and putting it aside is a cost-90 work.
Right.
So that's the next step we want to take to approach the municipal assembly, so that when we are doing it, then they come into our aid, then we remove it from here. That's what we are thinking of. Yeah.
Okay. So for those of you like you sell very close to the gutter, when it rains and for instance the place get flooded, you lose some of your items, don't you?
Yes. Really, we lose it. Sometimes before you see the thing floating on the water, but you attend, because when it flood, get to the term where the gutter is, and so
it covers the whole place.
It covers the whole place, so you cannot determine. For you to preserve your life, then you just watch the thing and it just went away.
Then that's money you are losing there.
That's it, boss.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So you heard him. He's the one who runs this place, the flowers and what have you. He's calling on the assembly to kind of come or support them, because they indeed have intentions of sustaining whatever that the Clean Up Accra campaign has started. They say that they want to start an occasional or a frequent cleanup exercise, but they are logistically constrained, and so they are calling on the assembly to come to their aid, because he mentioned that indeed on a few occasions that they have embarked on this exercise, it becomes a 9-day wonder, because the debris that are collected are deposited back into, or they are deposited into the drains again when it rains. Let's see if we can also speak to one woman across the street. She sells roasted plantain, to indeed find out from them what the situation is usually like when it floods, and to what extent they believe that the Clean Up Accra campaign could go to ameliorating their plight. Mommy Pacho, good morning. Pacho Bibia Boko. Mommy Pacho, you're for saying?
Pacho me the beauty.
Beauty. Say Hayana Udija.
Me Pacho.
What been to Pacho? Ahano Ayana in Soto Hana Hatamos.
Oh, first, no, now like a toa and Yuri. Better than answer where I started tono. I said like a duabi buaha. Inti bet to try no. Like sa erano. Yeah, inti a man like a magata muna choking tia hanyina na ebo hanyina eba hanyina. Inti say nansa we die na high pa. And answer be first ne die ntisa. Bet nansa we die enya kra. Pacho.
Inti san the sense to then they wouldn't know kra ndi dwawa.
Oh, they been so to dia I started dia. Na just like me jai answer. Just say it. Na masa I started. Yeah. Inti like almost say yi gata no mo enti say motimi yi na like enso no to dia nyame be ya do ma enyesa
so netimi e flow
yeah say there e be da mo asese mo aba ase mo be ya
yes yeah da se pa na me pa cho mo amowo mantemu ha no asem bi amoton ade ana asem mote ha no aside clean up ya ye e na muta eye bia na e bia asem nyina mo be boaboa mo ho ano na motimi aye bibia fa ho se.
Oh, like yanka no kre na me say kanu kre mo yanka no kre yanka san afse me ba ha no me ha say no me ana me clean obia clean dey better be ye kamina leba ne die like better maybe say like you can simple prisoners.
Okay,
prisoners for the omuba we omuba na like oma be yi gata no mo nyina better omo yi a omo di gu nchen no nti nso to na sabe
kom bio na just say cost 90.
Yes. Auntie say like omo ye ni say no masisa dia ano dia be ye but like omo ye dia go and so to na say gum biom
na ya na wo mo because you say aside anwea no so no enwura e wo gata num enwura no so de nipa e na sebe omo tugum Sano ha adwempa ede na obewa ka fa ho.
Oh, ewura ne die nyame se nka nokre obia wo ne bola we mimi wo bola garage no inside honum no na makohwie gu honum ha onu de anti say like nsuo no to na edifi no ho aba dia onu de nyame se nka efi se we nso no onu so wi onu so di kobola obia di kobola
obia wo ne bola
yes e wo ho but nsuo ni di ba dia onu different be ya yeti hanum die
mu clean mu bu
ne ye ho ye obia wo ne bola we ntenya ye we pe na yakotu egu yeah.
Okay, my beauty here that's okay. All right. So, clearly she's also one of those who ply their trade on the stretch, and indeed she has mentioned that they are usually some of the hardest hit when it rains on the stretch, and she referenced a tree that has fell at the other side, and that it's also it's also impeding the flow of water when it rains, and I can't say that we indeed spotted a team from the Zoom Lion also around that enclave. We believe that they would also clear the tree that has fell to ensure that the full benefits of this exercise is achieved.
All right, so Fauzu, yes, Fauzu, I just want to ask, how does the sand get into the gutter? Where does it come from?
Hello?
Yes, did you hear me?
Chris, I think I lost you.
Yeah, so I was asking, how does the sand get into the gutter? Where does it come from?
Yeah, you know, this place is downstream, and so it washes from upstream and then it ends up in the field. And then also part of the stretch, the streets. Usually when it rains, these sands are accumulated on this stretch. The sand that washes, the rain washes them to this side, and so they end up in the drains.
Right.
Okay, so there's like an open drain. But Fauzu, what is the plan like? So after this place, where is the team moving to next?
So the team there, so as we are here, the exercise is happening simultaneously at the Christian Bock Castle and also Nungua in Krowo.
Oh, nice.
And then we also understand that there will be a major dredging exercise at Abokubi in the Ga East municipality.
Beautiful. What has been the comment you've received from some of the commuters or people who drive on the stretch? I'm sure they'll be passing comments as they drive by.
Absolutely, Philip and Chris, it's a double whammy when it floods here. Aside the concerns that have been shared by the traders that when it rains they are not able to ply their trade, the drivers also say that when it floods in this enclave, it causes a heavy vehicular traffic, and so if we're able to clear this cells from the drains and essentially water is able to flow freely when it rains, then that is also going to be a relief for them. And then one thing, like I stated earlier, that has been also one question that has been asked several times, like I stated earlier, is how the debris that are collected are disposed. And I've indicated that Zoomline Ghana Limited say they are, in fact, not even say, we have seen throughout this exercise that after the debris are collected, they are properly disposed. And so that kind of answers their question. So this has been the concerns by road users indeed.
I also want to find out from you, the individuals that are helping in the exercise, are they volunteers from the community, or they are from NADMO or the Ghana Police Service or Zoom Lion?
So there is a team, a Zoom Lion has a team that cleans, a team that they have employed in charge of cleaning within our localities. But aside the designated team, there is also a number of volunteers who have joined, and I spoke to one of them earlier. So they voluntarily joined the exercise. We also understand that the assembly has also made provisions to add a number of people to the team as well.
Beautiful. But when you got there, you haven't seen anyone who is maybe passing by and the person's like, oh, this is a good initiative and I would want to be part of it. Have you?
None that we have seen yet, but we understand that two of the guys that we spotted earlier were people who just joined. They were passing by and they thought it was, a great initiative and hence supporting.
Beautiful.
Right. So, Fauzu, before we actually let you go, do you think if the people in the areas probably start doing this, say, weekly or monthly, that Zoom Lion will somehow support, especially when it comes to disposing the filth the right way?
Okay, absolutely, Chris. So from their submission, you could see the willingness for them to embark on some of these exercises, but clearly they are logistically constrained. And so if institutions like Zoom Lion are indeed willing to come to their support, or even the assembly to give them the needed logistics to embark on this exercise, then it's non-negotiable for them. So they are willing to them. And I remember one of the stops we made at Achimota earlier last week. The Greater Accra director for Zoom Lion, Ricky Frimpong, indicated that Zoom Lion is committed to tackling issues of sanitation at every decentralized level. And so they are essentially effectively willing to commit their resources and what have you to championing any action or any cause by local folks aimed at targeting issues of sanitation, particularly as the peak rain season approach.
Fauzi, thank you so much for your time. Keep doing the good job there. Be monitoring the team as they go around and clean Accra. Fauzi Masawudu is a colleague of mine here at the City Newsroom with a team that is the Ghana Police Service, Zoom Lion, and NADMO, and also Channel 1 TV to clean up Accra. This exercise is a very important one because we've seen most of our drains that are choked with filth and silt, and we are trying to ensure that at least we get the water flowing through the gutters so that there wouldn't be floods whenever there is a downpour. By receiving messages, we bring you a few of them before we go on a quick break. This is serious. So imagine the level of dirt from the drain. This is a clear indication that we are the cause of our problems, and later shift it to the government. Let's discipline ourselves towards our sanitation. Thank you.
All right. So this one says, good morning, my brother. Please, watching the program this morning regarding cleanup campaign with Zoom Lion and the police, plus Channel 1 too. I want to make the following suggestions. Those selling on pavement should make way for the pedestrian walk and allow free walk. They should be responsible for preventing people from littering around and choking the gutters.
Sure.
They should embark on weekly cleaning of the gutters. Yeah. And then especially the florists and the horticulturists should arrange their product and also allow pedestrians to walk through, even if it's for aesthetics. And I actually agree with this submission because watching what we just saw now, you see what the florists and horticulturists are. You know, their thing or their products actually need a lot of sand and soil. So I was looking at them, okay, you're carrying the sand off the gutter. But these people are on the sand, and their product has a lot of sand. And when it rains, it goes back into the sand because it's still the same. So we take off the sand and we're bringing in more sand. So even when they bring new products, or even they bring their black soil, some residue is still going to find its way there.
Because and it's actually also taking over the walk, the spaces
the walkway.
Pedestrians walkway will actually walk and all that. So now people are compelled to work on to actually walk on the street.
On the street,
and which is actually very bad. So we are entreating these individuals to do the needful. But the exercise is a very important one. I know here on Channel 1 TV, City 97.3 FM, we prioritize issues when it comes to sanitation. Very important. So please and please and please again, if they get to your community and you can help, please help. If you can offer them water, please do. If you can offer them something that can help them to work more, at least being a catalyst for change, you can actually help them to do what is best for the community and for the environment. Is very, very, very important. We'll take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll still be having more issues on the sanitation situation, and also make a stop in the central region where we have another issue with education. Stay with us here on Breakfast Daily. We'll be back with more.
Accra to Buenos Aires, from Lagos to London, the world is locking in for the greatest football spectacle on earth, the 2026 FIFA World Cup. But before the first whistle cuts through the noise, there's a deeper rhythm to the game. Every badge carries history, every player brings a story, every number means something. Welcome to World Cup Central, only on Channel 1 TV.
Hello and welcome to another episode of World Cup Central right on Channel 1 TV.
Your home of football intelligence with African energy and global perspective. We're taking you beyond the highlights, from powerful eye-opening stats to sharp breakdowns of every qualified nation to insights that change how you see the beautiful game.
Their first appearance was in 1930 and their best finish at the World Cup was third place in 1930. That was a long time ago.
Every Friday at 3 p.m. we serve it fast, bold, and electric. No fluff, just pure football knowledge delivered with style.
You couldn't beat Norway, so if you are not at the World Cup, it's thoroughly deserved. So please stay at home.
World Cup Central, Fridays at 3 p.m. exclusively on Channel 1 TV.
Welcome to The Point of View. This is your favorite current affairs show here on Channel 1 Television. On The Point of View, we pick the right topics, get the right guests, and ask them relevant questions on issues that matter to you.
With the complexities of the issues happening around us on a daily basis, it's the hard-hitting conversations and the probing questions of The Point of View.
So what is the Public Account Committee's job?
So what we do is to scrutinize, clarify, and find out why certain infractions have been made.
What do these IMF programs try to do?
The current program is for budget support. Okay. There are no projects attached.
That teases apart the twisted entanglements of politics and governance, as well as religious and social discourse. The Point of View brings you the policymakers and duty bearers and drills down to the very bottom of issue.
What authority do you have?
The Point of View airs every Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
In a nation full of questions, where truth often hides behind noise, one show dares to ask what truly matters face to face. With fearless clarity and a quest for accountability, host Umaru Sanda Amadou sits down with the movers and shakers of politics, governance, society, and business, confronting the issues that define our national conversation.
Yes, I am Umaru Sanda Amadou. This is Face to Face, and you're welcome.
I say very often on the floor of Parliament that when we were in government, we got some things right, we got some things wrong.
Are you still planning to go to Parliament, or you want to look at National Party office position?
No, I'll be going back to Parliament. There's an unfinished business which I need to do.
Sports has three legs: development, management, and promotion.
Disintegration is extreme. We do not wish that even on your worst enemy.
Every Tuesday at 9 p.m., join Umaru Sanda Amadou on Face to Face as he digs deeper, challenges power, and reveals the stories shaping Ghana's future. Only on Channel 1 TV.
June is for business here at City FM and Channel 1 TV. This June, the ideas get bolder and the future of Ghanaian business takes center stage. Welcome to the City Business Festival 2026. For the entire month of June, 97.3 City FM and Channel 1 TV bring together the thinkers, builders, innovators, and dreamers shaping the future of enterprise in Ghana. From powerful business fora that spark meaningful conversations to insightful on-air discussions with industry leaders and change makers, to stories of resilience, innovation, and ambition from Ghanaian entrepreneurs. This is more than a festival. It is a movement of ideas, strategy, and impact. Whether you're starting small, scaling big, or simply dreaming of your next breakthrough, the City Business Festival is your platform to learn, connect, and grow. Join the on-air series every weekday at 9 a.m. on the City Breakfast Show on 97.3 City FM and at 11 a.m. with a repeat at 6 p.m. on Channel 1 TV.
This June, let's challenge businesses. Let's refine ideas. Let's create impact. Call 0205-973-973 for further details. City Business Festival 2026. Driving ideas into impact. The City Business Festival 2026 is powered by 97.3 City FM and Channel 1 TV in partnership with Absa Bank. And it's proudly sponsored by Absa Bank, MTN, Zondatech Ghana Limited, and Petra Trust.
Beautiful, grateful that you stayed with us here, Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. And of course, we told you that we have a lot for you on the show today. Let's bring you this interesting conversation from the University of Ghana Business School 46th Management Week celebration. We'll be having conversation on that on the show. Interestingly, we have guests who are joining us, but let me introduce Dr. Zachariah Langnell, who is a lecturer at the University of Ghana Business School. Let's delve straight into the conversation. You're welcome, Doc. Doc, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you too?
I'm doing good.
Okay.
For the 6th Management Week that the University of Ghana Business School, tell us about it. What is it about?
Thank you very much. Good morning to your cherished viewers. University of Ghana Business School is a school that over the years has contributed so much in developing leaders for both private and then public organizations. So we normally use our Management Week celebration to highlight some important issues that we think confront this country. And then 46th Management Week celebration promises same. So we are creating an inclusive platform for industry players, for academia, and then students, then policymakers to come together to discuss and then deliberate on how we can appropriately develop human resources that will spur the development of this country, basically.
Beautiful. So we have two beautiful ladies as well with us. We have Apia Sarah, right? Apia Sarah, yes. And who you are? Kolian. I like your name. Kolian what?
Kolian Odey.
Odey.
Yes.
Okay, okay. And they are both part of the organizing team. One is from the General Secretary and the other one is the Organizing Secretary. I picked the view of Doc already. Let me pick the view of Sarah. Sarah, what is the event about?
So the event this year, which is the 46th annual celebration, is themed Developing Talent for a Digital and Sustainable Future, HR Strategies for Ghana. So it's basically about how we can merge digitalization and then HR strategies to form a new era in Ghana.
Wow, interesting. And Sarah, I just want to find out from you, how were you able to come up with this particular theme for the event? That's a Kolian.
Okay. So with regards to the theme, we are looking at Ghana right now is in a stage where it's developing technologically, it's rapidly evolving. So it's imperative that we educate the youngsters on like how to fill the skills gaps that are arising from these technological advancements.
Interesting, interesting. Doc, let me find out from you. So events like these, I'm sure this is not the first time you are doing it. This is going to be how many times? From you, Doc?
Yeah. We have come again.
Yeah, I want to find out from you. Like this is this the second edition, third edition?
Oh, this is the 46th edition. 46th edition. But last year we had one 45th edition. This is the 46th edition.
For the 6th edition. Now, the dignitaries that come for this particular event, if you want to help us, which people are we expecting this year?
So the management week celebration is a whole long week celebration activities that start from 22nd to 28th. So between that, we have a lot of activities that happen within on each day. So on the first day like this, we are going to launch it on Monday 22nd. We'll be launching. And prior to that, on Saturday, we're having a health walk within university environment. So we'll be walking around trying to keep fit. And then on Monday, we'll be launching the Management Week celebration itself. Then we are expecting panel discussion between the faculty member and some key people we invited, industrial leader and all of that. Then on Tuesday, we can still be having that kind of panel. Then the Management Day is on Wednesday, where we are expecting policymakers, for instance, the Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation will be there to give some key highlight on policies, direction of the government and all of that. Then apart from that, we are also inviting some key personalities that are leading industries in Ghana. So they will also be coming to represent and then to give us what they are doing from the industry perspective and all of that. This will also come from we, the faculty members. Because we are into research, we produce knowledge. So we also want to tell the research perspective, what we've been doing to spur the human resource development architecture of this country. So it's a whole lot of people that will be coming together.
Beautiful. And there's going to be a student participation in there. So let me find out from you, Sarah, how are students going to benefit from this event?
So students are going to benefit from receiving insightful speeches from the panelists that are going to come. So we get to meet or get to interact with people like Honorable Sam George. We get to interact with our own Vice Chancellor, Professor Nana Apia, Amfo. And then we get to mingle with the alumni and what have you. So it sets a platform for all of us to learn, for exciting activities. Like think about how we get to save lives too, because we are going to do blood donations as well. So we get to do a lot of fun stuff, the walking and all of that. So it's really going to be very exciting. Very interesting.
Kolian, who qualifies to be part of this event?
Everybody. The event is open to the public. So we are talking industry leaders, faculty members, students, and just general public. Everybody is welcome to the Management Week this year.
Is it free, or you have to do some sort of
No, it's absolutely free.
So how do I know that I've been accepted to be part of it? Do I do some registration or something?
No registration.
Just a walk-in?
Yes, just a walk-in. It's that simple.
Very simple.
Yes.
Prof, Doc, I learned that there are certain things, the discussions we are having, there are skills that maybe students would have to be developing in this digital age or economy. I'm sure you'll be discussing these things at the event, but we just want to have bits of it before you share the full thing on the day. What are some of the key develop or the skills that you think that students of today should have, looking at the fact that we are in the digital era?
Right. So I normally tell people that, organizations seek to achieve results through people. And these people and this environment, as far as technology is concerned, is fast changing. So if that is the case, so it is important that we are able to develop some skills that will help us meet the fast evolving technological landscape. So our young, even right from primary schools and then down to up to the tertiary level, digital literacy is very key. These soft skills, if we want to match up, especially now that we are expecting fourth industrial revolution. Then it should be about problem solving skills, data analytics, and then machine learning and all of that. And then let me add this, another important thing that we don't emphasize is on ethical and then integrity awareness skills and all of that. So we all need all these things so that we don't create only human resources that are technologically smart. They are also ethically aware that will help to develop that inclusive human resources that we are all looking for. So these skills are very important to meet the fast changing technological environment.
On this note, you're encouraging all students to be part of this event, which is happening on the 24th of June, 2026, this next week, Wednesday, right? Okay, fine. Final words from you, Sarah, Kolian, and maybe Doc, then we can wrap up this interview.
This event is mainly being held to fill the skills gaps in the workforce. So it is very imperative that people make it there. You can learn a lot, get to mingle with a lot of industry leaders and professionals, and it's going to be very interactive and very impactful.
Beautiful. Sarah?
Okay. So to add up to what Kolian said, so as HR personnel, we are all doing human resource here, Kolian and I. So we have this perception that HR is just about administrative work, but with the team that we are bringing this time around, it's more than that. We are moving from the basic traditional administrative work to strategic data-driven roles now, where we get to, it becomes the role for us to fill the skills gap in the industry for a better future, where Ghana can grow in the new era of digitalization.
So are the Gen Z HRs?
Yes.
Interesting. Doc, final words from you that we can wrap up.
So everybody's invited.
Yes.
I mean, we are all invited because developing talents for a digital and then sustainable future is something that we cannot run away from. And especially now that the world of work is fast changing, and then virtual learning is becoming something that we cannot run away from. So HR practitioners need to really come to this reality and see how we can use technology to recruit, retrain, and develop human resources that can meet the exigencies of the time.
Beautiful. So that's how you have the HOMSA.
HMSA.
What's the full meaning?
Human Resource Students Association.
Oh, beautiful. So that is the General Secretary for the Human Resource Students Association, Apia Sarah. And we also have the Organizing Secretary for the association, Kolian Ode, right?
Yes, please.
And we have Dr. Zachariah Langnell, who is a lecturer at the University of Ghana Business School. Make sure that you are part of this all-important event, which is happening next week, Wednesday, at the University of Ghana. You have seen the poster on the screens, and be part of it. From what they are telling us, it's free. So it's the University of Ghana Business School main campus and the RS Amegashi auditorium, exactly at 9 a.m. You should be there because we'll be starting exactly at that time. We will be taking a musical interlude right now so that we can enjoy ourselves as we prepare ourselves for the game tonight. Ghana, Panama, whether Ghana is going to score or Panama is going to score. We're just hoping that Ghana will score. Enjoy yourself. We'll be back with more Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV.
I said I want the whole world and I want more. Bright lights, late nights, and world tours. What the future holds, I guess I don't know. This ain't nothing new to me, I move solo. Come on now, make them know disturb my peace. Leave me be, take your hands off my destiny. What I am, they never see. Let the music come and set me free. Touch my shadow, see my matters fall down 10 times, but I stand tall. Touch my shadow, see my matters fall down 10 times, but I stand tall. Touch my shadow, see my matters fall down 10 times, but I stand tall. Touch my shadow, see my matters fall down 10 times, but I stand tall. Oh, oh, down, 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 me as I stand tall. Oh no, down, 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 me as I want more, want more. Down, 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 me as I stand tall. Oh, you can kick me, knock me down, but I'ma stand tall. Giddy, giddy, girl, don't play. Giddy, 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 come my way. Giddy, 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 baby, don't stray me. Say giddy, 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 I need you close to me. Giddy, giddy, girl, don't play. Oh no, would you come my way? Don't stray, no, don't stray too far away. Don't stray, don't go away. Don't keep your loving from me like a memory stuck inside my. I gotta ask you, what have you done to me? Cause it's not so regular for a young boy to be acting this irregular. Bust my brain, rearrange my medulla. With this baby around, I guess I can't be singular. Real life jagaban, never want to see you with another man. Facts of the matter is that nobody better than giving you the rhythmical version from the motherland. Oh, I can see that you can see that there is no Ring my cellele, come my willele. Pull up to the party, make we dance and play. Every day, celebrate. Giddy, 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 no delay. Giddy, giddy, girl, don't play. Or would you come my way? No, don't stray. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So me never want see tensions rising. They call me lover boy. Say I never see me fighting. Keep the bad vibes far away. It's compromising. Me no be smoke the ganja, but me too can say the irate. My music is too irate. I'm taking the industry like a pirate. Put my heart in every song that makes it priceless. Daddy on the dash going fast. Me got a mileage. And if you don't know, it goes like this. I say hello, giddy giddy with the vibes, we just like some jello. By the end of this, I think I might live with the peso. You got what I did if you know there, no fidel. Me say giddy giddy, let's go, giddy giddy. Girl, don't play. Oh no, would you come my way? Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't just stray, no. Yeah, you got me like do 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 do. Oh no, oh no, oh no. A very lovely morning to all the beautiful people back at home and watching. If you're seeing me on your screens now, I go by the name Kilali, aka the Lover Boy. These singles you just heard me perform, my very first singles, Stand Tall and Giddy Giddy. The one I'm about to perform right now is Love Doctor, my first official release of the year and my current single. So you can get it now on all streaming platforms. Enjoy. What you say? Like this, yeah. You got my temperature rising, heartbeats racing, love I be chasing for days. Oh, I said 40 days, 40 nights. I'm tryna make you my wife. Got my eyes all red, but I'm feeling blue. Oh, you know they waiting I go do. I just they feel the deja vu. It be like you do me, ju. Call the love doctor. Oh, make you call the love doctor. Yeah, call the love doctor. Because I don't fall in love again. Call the love. Oh, make you call the love doctor. Yeah, call the love doctor. Because I don't fall in love again. If you be the Panadol, yeah, yeah. Oh, I go be the Tylenol, yeah, yeah. And if you be the alcohol, oh, you go scatter my liver. You go turn me to sinner. Now make I go meet your mama. Baby, make me go reconsider. Cause I know for there without my lover, no. We say do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do. Baby, where you go, me, I go follow. Now make you no leave me solo. No, no. So I said do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do. Baby, where you go, me, I go follow. Make you never leave me solo. Yeah, call the love doctor. Baby, make you call the love doctor. Yeah, call the love doctor. Because I don't fall in love again. Call the love doctor. Make you call the love doctor. Yeah, call the love doctor. Because I don't fall in love again. Cause I don't follow. Cause I don't follow. You never know, say I follow. I don't follow. Cause I don't fall in love.
Yeah, so that was an interesting one. It's a beautiful one. It's a very nice one to calm you down. And that was a conversation we had with the University of Ghana Business School as well. But we told you that a sanitation exercise is still ongoing. Clean Up Accra is still ongoing. Charles Owusu Kumi here at Channel 1 TV and City 97.3 FM is currently at Abokobi, and he is joining us live to bring us updates of what is happening once the exercise is concerned. Charles, good morning.
Good morning, Philip.
Tell us what is happening at Agbokobi and what you have seen so far as the man on the grounds for us.
Well, Philip, you're right. The Clean Up Accra campaign continues today. For the past 7 days, we've been on this sanitation drive in partnership with Zoomlion Ghana Limited and the Ghana Police Service. Also joining this exercise is Dredge Masters, which is a subsidiary of Jospon Group of companies. Now, their role in this whole exercise is, as their name goes, to dredge major drains across the city. Last week, we found ourselves in Shiabu in the Ablekuma West municipality, where they undertook some major desilting of drains in that community. That community is well known for flooding. A few days later, we found ourselves in Gasouth, along the Kaswa stretch. So they've been doing these dredging exercises, and today we're in Agbokobi. Now, what you see behind is the excavator beginning to do its work. This is a major drain running through the Agbokobi community, all the way through to Pantine. Now, we're told that the river runs through the drain, coming from all the way from the Equiapim Hills, the runoff from the Equiapim Hills, joining to go through this drain. Unfortunately, the engineers are telling us that since the construction of the drain, no major desilting has been done. And so, as part of the exercise, dredge masters came here to do dredging today. The community, we are told, has become used to flooding. It's like a regular occurrence. The slightest amount of rain, this whole space is flooded. The bridge connecting this street has also broken off. We're told that in the recent rains, the bridge broke, and they've actually used parts of that broken bridge as a step for the excavator, because we're told that yesterday when they started the operations here, the excavator with a long boom actually got stuck in the mud, and so today they brought reinforcements in the form of the one with the shorter boom to sort of clear the way for the one with the longer boom to be able to do its work. The engineer in charge of this exercise is here with me. His name is Senna. He will just explain to us today's activities and what we are hoping to achieve by the end of today's dredging exercise. You're welcome to Channel 1 TV. This is the Clean Up Accra campaign. Of course, we're doing this in partnership with you. First of all, give us an overview of this community in terms of the engineering works and what we are hoping to do here today.
Okay, thank you, and good morning to your viewers out there. So, as you're aware, as part of the campaign, we are working closely with NADMO to identify key areas, and we are just coming from Impasem to this site at Agbokobi in the Ghana East Municipal Assembly. And this area is known to be a wetland reservation area, where the purpose of having a wetland around the river is to improve on it acts more like a nature-based flood control measure, where it increases the area for which, in the event of water breaking the banks of the river, it holds the water and prevents it from spilling over into the community. But as you have it, this drain hasn't been maintained for over years. I mean, I stand to be corrected, but from what I get, for the past 10 years, not less than 10 years, it had no equipment has come in to clean it out. We are also reliably informed that a lot of the land along the river banks, which is considered to be a conservation area, has been sold out, and people are encroaching and constructing within these areas, which increases the risk of flooding. In the case where, as you have it, a lot of silt build up within the drain due to these same construction activities we are having a very constricted and narrow passage. So as we are on site now, we are opening it up to increase the capacity and the flow, improve on the flow, so that in the event of the rain or heavy downpour, we would have enough passageway or capacity within the river to carry the water down all the way into the Odo. This river takes water all the way from Ebri, connecting to other drains, and finally ends up in the Odo, and then the Kole Lagoon, and finally into the sea. So it is a very important river for the indigenes of this Abokobi, which is within the East Municipal Assembly.
So is the widening up what the excavator with the long boom is currently doing?
Yes, so currently to speed up and increase efficiency, we have deployed the short boom to prepare the access way, because you have a lot of obstructions, and because we are working within the rainy season, ideally it would have been best to work within the dry season where the grounds are stable and not so wet. But given that there's a high risk of getting stuck, so the short boom is preparing and checking the access, and while doing that, the long boom is currently undertaking the dredging works to desilt and deepen and widen the river body to allow for flow.
At the end of today's exercise, how should this place look like? What are we hoping to achieve by today?
So by the end of today, we should cover close to 200 meters upstream, because we are downstream and we are working towards upstream. We've inspected the downstream. There's not so much of a challenge downstream. I'll take you up there for you to appreciate the challenge and the level of encroachment and the build-up of silt within the channel that is coming all the way here, so that in the event of the rain, what happens is all the water doesn't even pass through the drain. It breaks banks with the slightest rainfall, and then spills over into the road, into neighboring houses and the community at large, before gravitating back towards the wetlands and into the channel again. So there is some urgent need to open up the river channel upstream to ensure that the water within stays within. And in the event that there's a break of banks by the river, the floodplain or the wetlands will be able to accommodate the water. But unfortunately, we have pigsty, we have poultry, and we've also been informed that somebody has
managed to engage the assembly itself. Why they've had to watch on for the developments to reach the stages they have gotten to before now taking note. But for an expert like yourself, an engineer, a technocrat, is it not disappointing to see that as a people we keep watching on for these developments to build up on waterways, on buffers for drains?
Yes, I've said it on several platforms, the devastating effect and then the firefighting resolution measures doesn't help us in any way. It's rather, it comes at a huge cost to the states and the taxpayer, because if we're able to nip it in the bud, at the developmental stages where there's constant monitoring and inspection of these activities ongoing along the embankment, where it's stopped before it gets to a stage where it has to be litigated or court process and all of that, it's a bit frustrating. And even for us, when the ease of doing the work, if we know that it was the necessary measures were taken to protect the embankment, it would have been much easier and comfortable for us to just, dredging would have been a walk in the park. But now we would have the Herculean task of maneuvering around these obstacles, these structures, and it creates a lot of inconvenience. But ultimately, that is our job. We are to deliver, and we are doing that.
Finally, Sana, we noticed that the bridge is broken. Do you have any information? How did it just break off like that?
Well, I'm also just seeing it when we were invited to carry out the inspection. I believe over the period, as I indicated, a lot of the flood waters flow out of the drain onto the main road and gradually eroding the base of these bridges and exposing it to, these risk of collapse. And yes, there needs to be some further engineering and design to ensure that it doesn't happen again, because regardless, if, as I said, there was constant monitoring, they would have realized that it was a weak structure and it was being eroded away, and eventually would have led to this. So personally, as a professional, I would say that a lot needs to be done in monitoring and controlling of activities of people around these reservation areas and water bodies.
Thank you very much, Senna. We'll be going with you upstream to see the level of encroachment as you mentioned. So Senna Adiapena is operations manager for Dredge Masters, subsidiary of Just One Group of companies, partnering us on this Clean Up Accra campaign as part of our contribution to the anti-flood measures by the people of Accra.
Charles.
I'll be engaging some of the...
Charles, thank you.
Yes,
so
yes, Philip.
Engage them. We will definitely come back to you for more. You've seen the good job that the Dredge Masters are doing at Abokobi. But for now, you can take leave of us and just monitor activities for us there. We are grateful that you joined this as the exercise, the Clean Accra exercise that is taken up at Abokobi, and Charles Owusu-Kumi, who is with City Newsroom and Channel 1 TV, is actually bringing us up to speed on this. We'll bring you the entertainment highlights right away, and let's bring it to you now.
Hello and welcome to Entertainment Highlights on Breakfast Daily, powered by GhanaWeekend.com. This is presented by Major Jones. Now to our very first story. Ghanaian actor and film producer Kojun Kansa, widely known as Lil Wayne, has made a bold and controversial promise linked to the Black Stars' performance at the ongoing FIFA World Cup. He says he would quit Kumawood acting if the Black Stars fail to qualify from the group stage at the ongoing FIFA World Cup. In a viral video dated 15th June 2026, he claimed he's so confident in Ghana's progress that he would even consider a controversial career shift if they are eliminated early. Ghanaian dancehall artist Shatta Wale has once again taken a swipe at former Deputy Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Mark Okweku-Manteh. In an interview on the Bona Show shared on TikTok and cited by Ghana Weekend on June 16, 2026, Shatta Wale claimed that Mark Okweku-Manteh lacks in-depth knowledge of the entertainment industry. According to the musician, Mark Okweku-Manteh failed to fulfill promises he made to players in the creative arts sector during his time in office, adding that he did not make good use of the position he occupied. Ghanaian Afro dancehall artist Stonebwoy has announced an exclusive playback and signing event in Paris as part of activities leading up to his historic headline concert at London's OVO Arena, Wembley. The musician disclosed in a social media post on June 15, 2026 that he will host a play drive signing event at Les Petites Samaritaines in Paris on June 21st at 3 p.m. The event coincides with France's annual Fête de la Musique celebrations and is expected to give fans an opportunity to interact with him and experience music from his latest project. The Paris event comes a day after Stonebwoy's scheduled performance in Rabat, Morocco on June 20th as he continues his international tour. Nicki Minaj has opened up about what she has described as spiritual warfare and a profound spiritual battle within the music industry, alleging that powerful figures have created obstacles for her and other artists throughout their careers. The rapper made the remarks during an appearance on the Bryce Crawford podcast hosted by evangelist Bryce Crawford. According to her, influential individuals within the industry often view musicians primarily as assets to be exploited for profit and can work against artists who refuse to conform to their expectations. Minaj further claimed that her decision not to comply with certain unwritten rules imposed by powerful industry figures resulted in persistent opposition and difficulties throughout her career. That will be all for entertainment highlights, proudly brought to you by Ghana Weekend. Do visit GhanaWeekendOnline.com for all your entertainment stories and follow us on all socials at Ghana Weekend. My name is Major Jones.
And of course, for more entertainment stories, log on to GhanaWeekend.com for more. Chris, it's been an interesting day.
Yes, it's been an interesting day.
Yeah, we are now going to sit down and relax for Ghana Panama.
Yeah.
If you want to have some rest, I think there's a time to also sleep. And please eat before you watch the match.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. I'm sure by 11 nobody's eating.
Exactly,
Yeah.
nobody's eating.
Nobody's eating.
But some people might want to snack to keep themselves
awake. You can get popcorn as you watch the match. Yeah. But anyway, let's see how it's going to be. Whether Panama is going to score Panama, or Ghana is going to score Panama and all that.
What are your
let's see how well. Maybe 2-1.
That's your
Ghana
prediction?
2, Panama 1. Yes.
Right.
My name is Philip Nilate. It's been an exciting one.
And my name is Chris Carter. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and hope to see you tomorrow at the same time right here on Channel 1 TV. But keep watching.